tomato-free zone. Visit the Copperheads concession stand featuring food by the shack, desserts by Sweetheart's Bakery and Cafe, and refreshing Pepsi products. Also be sure to stop by our beer stand where you'll see Maddie and Rory and grab yourself a Budweiser, Bud Light, Yingling, or Jack Yo's beer before and during the game up until the 7th inning. Please be aware that batted or thrown balls and other objects may enter the seating areas during pregame activities for the game. Homer says be aware of the action on the field at all times, and go Copperheads.
We don't have a lineup.
Wealth Strategies, offering you a personalized financial strategy based on your unique situation, attitudes, preferences, and goals right here in Athens. Present for consultation, call 740-593-6500 or head over to goldsberrywealth.com. Thank you to Stuart Goldsberry for his continuous support of your Southern Ohio Copperheads. Here at Bob Brand Stadium, we're concerned with the well-being of our environment and want to begin addressing these concerns through waste diversion efforts. This season, the Copperheads are working with Campus Recycling and the Ohio Zero Waste Initiative at the Pointed School to ensure every effort is done to help encourage responsible recycling and trash decisions. When disposing of materials, make sure to visit our resource recovery station where there are recycling and trash bins. Thanks to a recent grant from PepsiCo Recycling and Keep America Beautiful, you can now use the Pepsi bottle-shaped recycling bins on site for your recyclables. Working together with our great fans gets us one step closer to zero waste at Bob Brand Stadium. Can't get enough of Copperheads? We got your fix. Check out our website at copperheadbaseball.com for video recaps, news, stats, and full coverage of the 2019 Sheds. Hey Copperheads fans, be sure to follow the Southern Ohio Copperheads on Twitter at Copperheads, on Instagram and Snapchat at Sheds Baseball, as well as on our YouTube account, Southern Ohio Copperheads. For live coverage
After
exclusive promotions and much more. Again, that is at Copperheads on Twitter, at Sheds Baseball, Instagram and Snapchat, and Southern Ohio Copperheads on YouTube.
Be nice.
Here comes the 2-2 home. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Zach Iverson. This kid is ridiculous out there on the mound.
Zion Avery deep out into left center field. Back at the wall. You forget that. That is way out of here.
That ball is roped out into left field. It is deep and it will get out of here for a homer. Daniel Cruz flips the bat. His second home run on the season.
Lines this one deep out into the outfield. Back at the wall. It is out of here. Grand slam, Sebastian Fabig.
Copperheads Baseball is presented by Ohio Health and by Ambassador Laundry, Athens Chambers of Commerce, Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, The Cat's Eye, Classic Brands, Donato's Pizza, Dan Inman Electric, Echoing Hills, Edward Jones, Fall Green Moretime, Holiday Inn Express, Jackie O's, Kona Ice, Rocky Brands, Stephanie Wood and Ohio Realty, Shauna Stump, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh, Union Street Diner, Ohio University Credit Union, and Wendy's.
Live from Bob Wren Stadium. It's a big series here. First of a 3-game series between the Licking County Settlers and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Copperheads off the All-Star break, coming off a 3-game sweep of the Xenia Scouts to advance to 20-15 on the year. In front of them, tied for first, in the South Division of the GLSCL is the Licking County Settlers at 21-15. Copperheads trail first place by a half game heading into the series. Welcome to the broadcast. Joey Medor alongside Connor Mills. And Connor, it was the Licking County Settlers that took 2 of 3 from the Copperheads the first time they played this year, but obviously a long time ago, and this one means a little bit more than that opening series did.
Well, absolutely. This means this is for all the marbles. I mean, Copperheads, they need to get top 2 in the GLSCL South Division. We just learned it, but top 2 in the division to advance into the postseason. So Copperheads, this is a must-win series. They at least have to win the series, take 2 out of 3 against the Licking County Settlers to have a chance to get into the postseason and reclaim their title for the GLSCL.
Yeah, well, you might be thinking, we were talking about how it was 3 teams that we thought were going to be the teams to advance to the playoffs. But we learned over the All-Star break that only 2 teams from each division would advance into the playoff picture. So right now it would be the Cincinnati Steam and the Licking County Settlers if the playoffs were today in the South Division, with the Copperheads right on the heels of both of them at 20-15, just a half game back, as they look to take at least 2 of 3 from the Settlers, if not sweep them, to improve their standing in the playoff picture heading into their last series against Richmond. But it's going to be a big 3 games here between the Settlers and the Cheds, trying to figure out who will take one of the top 2 spots and advance to the postseason. When we return, it'll be lineups and first pitch right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, fresh in off his stint as a national anthem singer for this evening's ball game, Connor Mills will take us, well, to the starting lineup we do have to open up the ball game.
Well, yeah, we got the starting lineup, well, I guess a couple minutes before the national anthem was sung, so it's kind of difficult for us, but nonetheless, here we go. We've just got last names. We'll get through first names and everything as the game progresses. But leading things off, number 2 in left field, Hill. Batting second, the shortstop, Sobazic. Batting third, the first baseman, Kraus. The cleanup batter in center field, Enge. Batting fifth in right field, we got Wilson. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Diaz. Batting seventh at second base, Fromwiller. Batting eighth at third base, we've got Meyer. And then batting ninth, rounding things out for the Licking County Settlers behind the plate, we've got Perrant. Osmond is on the mound for the Licking County Settlers and running through quickly. The Southern Ohio Copperheads, Zach Iverson at second base, Daniel Cruz batting second at third, Sebastian Fabic, the designated hitter, Zion Avery batting cleanup, Reese Trahey out in right field, Scott Combs the catcher, Phil Glasser at short, Card across in left field, Ty Krittenberger in center, and on the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, the pitcher, Micah Craighauser.
Well, take a breather, my friend. You deserve it after speeding through that one. Ready for some baseball here at Bob Wren Stadium as a lefty, Micah Craighauser takes the mound. His first pitch into Turner Hill, catches the outside corner for a strike. And we are underway here with an 0-1 count to the leadoff batter for the Licking County Settlers, Turner Hill, who's batting .382 on the year as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and hits softly down the left field foul line, carrying towards the wall, and it will get out of play. So Craighauser comes in, throws a couple of strikes, up in the count on Hill, 0-2. But Hill in 34 games has 39 hits, a double, 2 triples, 14 RBIs on the season for the first place Settlers. 0-2 pitch home, catches the outside corner, strike 3 called. 3-pitch strikeout for Micah Craighauser to open up the ball game. 1 away now in the top of the first.
Well, what a way to begin things for Craighauser. He had the early yips a little bit before when his first outing happened, but he has since settled down. He pitched a couple scoreless innings after he gave up a couple runs in the first time, and then Craighauser has come in and he's dominated right what the Copperheads needed, right when they needed him.
Well, the first pitch in the 2, batter Sabazic misses outside for a ball, 1-0. It's just the first start for Craighauser on the season. Just his second outing on the team, just joined last week. The 1-0 pitch home is swung on and fouled back and out of play over the netting behind home plate. Evens up the count to Sabazic at 1-1. As Craighauser pitched 5 innings in relief in his first outing with the team, striking out 2, allowing 6 hits, 2 runs, as a 2.80 ERA. As the 1-1 pitch comes into Sabazic, misses low and outside for a ball. 2-1. As Kaz Sabazic on the year, batting .274 for the Settlers. 2-1 pitch into him, misses outside for a ball. 3-1 in the driver's seat now, but 20 hits in 27 games, a double, a triple, 7 RBIs, 18 strikeouts, along with 8 stolen bases. for Sabazic. As Craig Hauser kicks and deals a 3-1, swung on a line out into right center field, and that will get down in the alley for a base hit. Heading towards second base is Sabazic. The throw in from the center fielder Krittenberger is not in time. Sabazic slides in head first with a 1-out double for the first hit of the ball game. Runner in scoring position now for the Settlers.
Just a nice piece of hitting from Sabazic, taking it out into the alley, like you said, out in right center field. Nice solid hit. And the Settlers, there's a reason why they're in first place this year. It's because of consistent hitting and above average pitching.
Will now be Steven Kraus, the 3-hitter, playing first base in this evening's ball game. As Craig Hauser out of the stretch for the first time now. As first pitch in is swung on and lined out into the alley in right center field. Now will get down and all the way to the wall. Coming in to score, Sabazic pulling into second is Steven Kraus. The throw will not be in time. He goes in sliding. An RBI 1-out double. Back-to-back doubles for the Settlers. They now lead at 1-0 here in the top of the first inning.
Well, like I mentioned, Craig Hauser has given up 2 runs in the first outing that he appeared in for the Copperheads. But since then, after that first outing, strung together a couple scoreless innings. Just has to get the first one out of the way.
Well, a run is in now. Here comes the 4-hitter Andrew Aang. As now another runner in scoring position for Aang. Batting at .250 on the year. First pitch into him goes in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Scott Combs. Staying at second is Kraus, 1-0 the count. But after the leadoff strikeout, a couple of doubles for the Licking County Settlers, and they are on the board first against the Copperheads. As here comes a 1-0 pitch in the angle, miss outside for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. As Andrew Aang on the season with runners in scoring position, batting just .200 with 5 hits, or excuse me, and 5 ABs with a couple of RBIs. As a 2-0 pitch home, he swings right through the fastball for a strike, 2-1. But as we mentioned, last time these two teams got together was all the way back in the opening series of the season, where the Settlers took 2 of 3 from the Copperheads. Copperheads look to prevent that from happening this time around. 2-1 pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike, evens up the count at 2 to Andrew Aang. Now Craig Hauser looking to settle down a little bit after giving up back-to-back doubles back on the rubber. Kraus still leading off second base, no one holding him. Here comes a 2-2 pitch into Aang. It will be in the dirt and outside for a ball blocked by the catcher Combs, keeping that runner where he is at second. Count will run full now. Craig Hauser looking in again. Ready to deal the full count pitch home. Into Andrew Aang. Pitch misses just a bit outside for a ball. He walked him. He had first base open. So they'll put 2 runners on now with 1 away.
Not a bad pitch from Craig Hauser. Tried to paint the outside corner. Gets strike 3 looking, but just a little bit too far outside.
Will be Sam Wilson due up next for the Settlers, as they're looking to put up a crooked number here in this top of the first. Already 1 home, a couple more out there, only 1 away. Sam Wilson on the season batting .260 with 26 hits, 10 doubles, couple of homers. He swings through the first pitch from Craig Hauser for a strike, 0-1. But a couple of homers, 18 RBIs, along with 4 stolen bases. As he played in 2 of the 3 games the last time these two teams got together, went 1 for 6 with a single, as the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Combs. Evens up the count at 1. As it was a 3-1 victory back on the opening day of the season for the Licking County Settlers in Game 1 of the series between them and the Copperheads. Copperheads took Game 2, 6-3. And then the Settlers won the rubber match 4-2, as a ground ball towards short, could be 2, fielded by Glasser, throwing to second for 1. The relay is not in time, as throw was a little bit high. Zion Avery had to leave the bag to get it. Wasn't going to get the double play anyway, but saves the error. Now there'll be runners at the corners with 2 away.
Well, for that play, Phil Glasser, a little bit of a hesitation trying to get the ball out of his glove. By the time he got it out, it would have been a difficult play for Iverson to try and turn. Iverson just threw it high to Avery, tried to make it close. But nonetheless, it was going to be a safe call for Sam Wilson at first.
So now the sixth man of the inning that come up for the Settlers will be Darius Diaz, the DH at Kennesaw State University. First pitch he sees from the lefty Craig Hauser, catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Diaz bats from the left side, hitting .321 this season with 27 hits, 4 doubles, couple of homers, 9 RBIs. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, the breaking ball misses outside for a ball, evens up the count at 1. But runners on the corners now. Kraus at third. Over at first is Sam Wilson. 1 run already in the inning, 2 away now. As here comes the 1-1 pitch into Diaz, swung on and pop foul down the left field line, way out of play. And now Craig Hauser up in the count, 1-2. Trying to limit the damage done in this inning and prevent a crooked number from being hung. As the Settlers scored the first run of the ball game on an RBI double from Steven Kraus. But Craig Hauser up in the count now, 1-2, coming set at the belt. Kicks and deals into Diaz. Pitch that gets a little away from the catcher Combs, moving towards second is Sam Wilson. Doesn't get far enough from the runner from third to move anyway. But a wild pitch allows Sam Wilson to move in the scoring position now. 2-2 count with 2 in scoring position and 2 away.
Well, Craig Hauser just held on to that ball a little bit longer, threw it into the opposite batter's box, the right-handed batter's box, and went under the glove of the catcher Combs.
Well, Diaz on the year with runners in scoring position and 2 out, batting just .154 in 13 at-bats. That's a 2-2 pitch, breaks outside for a ball. Another nice job by Combs to block it. And the count will run full now to Diaz. First base is open, but 2 away in the inning. Craig Hauser has already walked 1 batter this inning. Looking to avoid a second. As he comes set, the full count pitch home into Diaz will be taken. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. So despite a little bit of trouble in this first inning, the Settlers do score a run, but Craig Hauser strands 2 in scoring position. And we head into the bottom of the first inning. Copperheads getting their first chance to hit when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Laundry and dry cleaning business is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens, keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Copperheads look to answer the run scored by the Settlers in the top half of the first inning, as it'll be Zach Iverson, followed by Daniel Cruz and Sebastian Fabic. For the bottom of the first, due up for the Copperheads, Michael Osmond on the mound for the Settlers. 1-0 record on the year with a 1.40 ERA in 6 games, 2 of them being starts, 15 innings pitched, 9 hits, 21 strikeouts, 10 walks. Last outing went 6 scoreless against the Richmond Jazz in a 3-0 victory for the Settlers back on July 9th. As now the first pitch into Zach Iverson, the leadoff batter, will miss high and away for a ball, 1-0. Iverson, one of the 3 Copperheads that didn't get an All-Star break as he participated in the All-Star game representing the South Division of the GLSCL. As the 1-0 pitch into Iverson will miss a little bit low and away for a ball. Now he's up in the count 2-0 as Iverson can't really say enough about what he's done this year, batting .349 on the season with 29 hits, 4 doubles, a homer, 13 RBIs as the 2-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, 2-1. He's also been exceptional on the mound for the Copperheads this year, boasting a .93 ERA, good for best in the league. But in the lineup to hit today, it's a 2-1 pitch, bounces into him, blocked by the catcher Ferranti. And Iverson now up in the count, 3-1 to lead off the bottom of the first. Copperheads trailing 1-0 after the Settlers scored on an RBI double from Steven Krause in the top half of the first inning. Here comes a 3-1 pitch from Osmond into Iverson. He swings and lines it back up the middle, and that will get through for a base hit. Zach Iverson leads off the bottom half of the first with a single, and the leadoff man is on for Daniel Cruz.
Just a nice piece of hitting from Zach Iverson. It's right back up the middle, and he can just feed off of this energy that's coming out of Bob Brent right now. We have a Brazilian exchange students out here in the stands at Bob Brent, putting a lot of energy into the stadium, and you could feel it walking around.
Well, here's one of the hottest bats in the order. Average dropped down to .256 at one point, but now holding a 5-game hit streak is Daniel Cruz. The average back up to .297 on the year, and now he's moved up to second in the order. First pitch into him, misses high for a ball, 1-0. And just a huge series against the Scouts as Cruz in the last ball game went 4 for 4 with a double, a home run, 2 RBIs, a big part to the Copperheads' comeback effort in that game when Phil Glasser hit a walk-off single in the 9th to bring home the victory. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and flied out into right field, heading over is the right fielder. He'll make the catch a couple steps to his right to retire Daniel Cruz for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Staying at first is Zach Iverson.
Tried to attack early in the count for Daniel Cruz, just gets under one and pops it up to right field.
Well, now it'll be Sebastian Fabic, one of the other All-Stars for the Copperheads, as he went 0 for 3 in the All-Star game, but did get the start out in left field for the Copperheads. Batting .364 on the year, 51 hits, 18 of them being extra base hits, 15 doubles, 3 homers, 31 RBIs. As Iverson leads off first, here comes a pitch from the lefty Osmond. Swung through the fastball, did Fabic for a strike, 0-1. But Fabic, after an 0 for 6 ball game on July 12th, got a day off. Then July 14th came back alive with a 2 for 5 effort, including a game-tying home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. That eventually led to a Copperheads victory over the Xenia Scouts 6-5. A pickoff attempt to first base. Back in standing is Zach Iverson. But Fabic just continues to rake this season, still hitting up above .360 this late in July. Obviously one of the best bats in the league this year, as the 1-0 pitch, another pickoff attempt from Osmond, diving back in safely as Iverson this time. Now Osmond comes set, 0-1 count to Sebastian Fabic. Long look at first base from Osmond. Now will come home with it. The 0-1 pitch is chopped out towards third, on to second for 1. Back over to first is not in time. Fabic able to beat it out to avoid the double play, but they do get the lead runner at second base. 2 away now in the inning for Zion Avery.
Just a slow roller up the third base line. Nice job by the third baseman Meyer to turn it over to Fromwiller at second base for 1. And then speeding down the line was Fabic. Would have been a tough throw from Fromwiller to get him, but Fabic goes in safely.
Well, now Zion Avery will try to keep this inning alive with 2 outs and a runner on first base. As Zion batting cleanup once again has been his spot in the order since about the middle part of the season. First pitch into him, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. Avery hitting a .241 on the year, 21 hits, 4 doubles, 3 homers, 16 RBIs. Been of a bit of a slump as of late, just 1 for his last 16 over his last 4 ball games. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, who takes it for a called strike on the inside corner. Evens up the count at 1. But we've seen this season when Avery has his swing right, he can do a lot of damage to the baseball.
Well, he can hit it as far as anybody in the GLSCL here, and Just tremendous power from Zion. Just has to barrel it up, make good contact, and the ball will go.
1-0 pitch, big rip by Zion Avery, but he comes up empty. Now he'll be down in the count 1-2.
Let a lot of power generate from his legs. He's got that power swing. Again, just got to barrel it up and make that good contact.
The 1-2 pitch into Zion Avery. He'll take it at the knees, called strike 3. He thought it was a little bit low, as did Coach Austin Dunphy. He has a couple words for the home plate umpire, Anthony Sheets. But Avery's rung up to end the inning. Copperheads go scoreless in the bottom of the first, heading into the top of the second. Settlers lead the Copperheads 1-0 right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Top of the second here at Bob Wren Stadium, as the Settlers jumped out to a 1-0 lead. In the top of the first inning, look to add on to it. Here comes the first pitch from Craig Hauser, swung on and chopped foul. And it'll roll towards the first base dugout. 0-1 the count to the 7-hitter for the Settlers in this ballgame. Evan Fromwiller is at the bottom of the order, due up 7-8-9 for the Settlers in this top of the second inning. 0-1 pitch bounces into the catcher, Scott Combs. Be taken for a ball by Fromwiller. Evens up the count at 1. As Fromwiller out of Ohio University, playing at his home field in the spring, swings through the 1-1 fastball from Craig Hauser. And it'll put him ahead in the count 1-2. But batting .256 this summer, 23 hits and 90 at-bats, 9 doubles, 9 RBIs, 25 strikeouts. As the 1-2 pitch misses high and outside for a ball, evens up the count at 2. As Craig Hauser back from the windup. Here comes a 2-2 pitch home. It rides high for ball 3, taken by Fromwiller. Runs the count full to the leadoff man here in the top of the second inning. As now the full count pitch home to Fromwiller. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Craig Hauser able to punch out back-to-back batters, going back to the top of the first inning. One away now in the top of the second.
Oh, nice fastball location from Craig Hauser. Got Fromwiller swinging high and away. Had Fromwiller let that ball go, that might have been ball 4. But a nice-looking pitch. And Craig Hauser gets him swinging.
As Craig Hauser asked me before the game to give a shout-out to the person that helped him figure out about the Copperheads this summer, as his first pitch into the next batter is a breaking ball, catches the inside corner for a strike. But T.J. Lanning, as Craig Hauser wanted us to give him a shout-out. TJ, if you're listening. As the 0-1 pitch misses high and outside for a ball, evens up the count at 1. But Craig Hauser, one of those guys coming in just last week when the Copperheads were asking for some arms to get them through the rest of the season, as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Nate Meyer. And he'll be down in the count 1-2.
Well, thank you, T.J. Lanning, because Craig Hauser has come in and he's done a solid job for the Copperheads thus far.
1-2 pitch bounces in, taken by Nate Meyer for a ball. Evens up the count at 2. As here comes a 2-2 pitch home into Meyer. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. It will head towards the visitors' bullpen. and get out of play. Count remains 2-2. As Craig Hauser back up on the rubber. The 2-2 pitch was a breaking ball, doesn't break, stays up high. And back-to-back full counts here in the top of the second inning as Nate Meyer comes from the University of Cincinnati, where he plays his spring ball. 280 hitter this year, 23 hits and 82 at-bats. Full count pitch home, misses low and away for ball 4. He draws a walk, second walk issued by Craig Hauser in the same amount of innings, and now there'll be a one-out base runner.
Well, almost identical to the start of the top of the first inning. Striking out a batter, and then, well, it was back-to-back hits and then a walk. But it was a strikeout, then a walk. Craig Hauser just has to get the feel for it and continue going through.
Well, now the catcher, Phil Ferranti, who's batting ninth in this ball game, digs in. As Ferranti out of Maryhurst College swings at the first pitch, pops it foul down the first baseline. Zion Avery heading over towards the wall, but he will run out of room. The ball gets out of play. 0-1 the count now to Ferranti. As Ferranti's played in 21 ball games this year behind the dish, batting at 190. 11 hits and 58 at-bats, couple of doubles, 3 RBIs. As in the last series against the Joes, he went just 1 for 6 with a double and an RBI. The 0-1 pitch into Craig Hauser doesn't come in. He picks off to first base. Going back in safely is Nate Meyer standing. But now Craig Hauser gets the ball back from his first baseman Avery. He comes set at the belt. Pitching out of the stretch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and pops foul again down the first base line. Looks like Avery could have room this time. He ranges over and he makes the catch. Few steps from the first base coaching box for the second out of the inning. Staying at first base is Nate Meyer. And now 2 outs. Lineup turns back over for the Settlers.
You know, you talk about how the Copperheads have finding a lot of success. They've been doing the little things right over this winning stretch. And just on that foul pop-up, I took a look over to second base because Iverson went to go back up Avery as well. And Phil Glasser covering second base. It's the little things that help out just in case Nate Meyer wanted to tag and go to second, but Glasser was there and ready.
First pitch into Turner Hill is a breaking ball, misses outside. Taken for a ball, 1-0. Hill led off the ball game with a strikeout. As one of 3 Micah Craig Hauser strikeouts so far. 1-0 pitch catches at the letters for a strike, 1-1. But 2 outs in the inning now. Settlers now have a 1-0 lead over the Copperheads after scoring a run in the top of the first inning. 1-1 pitch into Turner Hill, catches the outside corner for a strike. And Craig Hauser now up in the count, 1-2. Craig Hauser comes set at the belt, looking to get out of this second inning. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Craig Hauser already 4 strikeouts for the first 2 innings, and the 1-out walk doesn't come back to bite him. He gets a pop-up in foul territory and then a strikeout to retire the side in the top of the second inning. Ending to the bottom of the second, Copperheads trying to even things up here at Bob Wren Stadium right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Do it for the Copperheads here in the bottom of the second inning. Reese Trahey, followed by Scott Coombs and Phil Glasser as the Copperheads try to draw even with the Licking County Settlers currently trailing 1-0. As here comes the first pitch of the inning from Michael Osmond. Actually catches the inside corner for a strike to Reese Trahey. Count will be 0-1. As Reese Trahey getting the start in right field in tonight's ball game. 0-1 pitch misses way outside and in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count now. As Trahey inching ever so close to that 300 mark, batting .298 this year, 28 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, 11 RBIs. As a 1-1 pitch will be taken, called strike on the outside corner. Now Trahey down in the count, 1-2.
One of the things that the Copperheads are going to have to do, they're going to have to find out what Anthony Sheets' strike zone is. Zion Avery struck out on a close pitch low, and Trahey taking a couple close pitches that go against him. So they're going to have to find out what that zone is and try to adjust their swing.
The 1-2 into Trahey, misses up high for a ball. Easy take for Reese, evens up the count at 2.
Of course, if the ball is thrown up that high, easy take.
But count even now at 2 to Trahey, leading off the bottom of the second inning. Here comes a pitch from Osmond, misses low and outside for a ball. Full count now to the right fielder. As we've seen Trahey all over the field this year, has played some at first, some in right field, some at second base. Very versatile this summer for the Copperheads. Full count pitch into Trahey, swung on a line, down the line in right field, and that will get through and all the way to the wall. Rounding first and heading for second is Reese Trahey. Picking it up is the right fielder. He throws it into the cutoff man. Stopping at second is Reese Trahey with a lead-off double here in the bottom of the second inning.
Great hit from Trahey down in the count. Lines the ball, pulls it right down the line and into the corner. That is where Trahey is at his best, when he's pulling the ball, and he's pulling it with a little bit of strength and a little bit of power.
Well, 6 double the year for Trahey. That average will now get above 300 at 305. And now looking to drive him in will be his Michigan State teammate, Scott Combs. Scott starting to behind the dish in this ball game. Comes in batting .304 this summer. As now the tying run out there on second base. Copperheads trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch into Scott Combs. He swings through the fastball from Osmond for a strike. 0-1 the count now. As Scott Combs, another all-star selection for the Copperheads, as he was selected as an alternate at the catcher position. And anytime you have a catcher batting over 300, it's hard to keep him out of the all-star games. Combs very effective this summer, despite only playing every other day. With runners in scoring position this year, Combs batting at .391 in 23 at-bats with 10 RBIs. Trying to keep that average up here in this at-bat. As he calls time down at home plate, Michael Osmond taking a long look back to Reese Trahey at second base, drawing some attention. Combs calls time. Now he's back up in the right-handed batter's box. Osmond comes set, checks the runner at second base. Now will come home. The 0-1 in the Combs, misses low and inside for a ball. Count is even at 1. Copperheads coming off a 3-game sweep of the Xenia Scouts to put themselves in position just a half game out of first place, trailing the Cincinnati team and the Licking County Settlers team, who are both 21-15. Copperheads come in at 20-15. 1-1 pitch, check swing from Combs, appeal down to second to the field umpire. Bryce McCullough called a ball. 2-1 the count now to Scott Combs. As the Cincinnati team are playing the Hamilton Joes this afternoon, and we will keep you posted on the score of that game, as that will affect the standings by the end of the night. 2-1 pitch into Scott Combs. It's inside for a ball. He's now up in the count, 3-1. First base is empty here for Osmond if he looks to set up a double play. but nobody out. Runner on second following Reese Trey's leadoff double. As Osmond looking to avoid the first walk of the ball game for him. Here comes a 3-1 pitch in the comb, swung on and popped up into the infield. Calling it is the second baseman, Turner Hill. He'll make the catch a couple steps into the outfield grass. And now one away here in the bottom of the second. Still a runner out there at second base.
Yeah, Scott Combs trying to go opposite field, drive it into the gap, but gets under that ball and just pops it up to the second baseman.
Will now be Philip Glasser, due up next, the walk-off hero back on Sunday, as he went 2 for 4 with an RBI as he drove one down the right field line. Ty Crittenberger came in to score, and the Copperheads celebrated a 65 victory over the Xenia Scouts. First pitch into Glasser's a breaking ball, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count. But Glasser on the year batting .269, 28 hits and 104 at-bats. 5 extra base hits, all of them being doubles, 15 RBIs. As now time called by Glasser at home plate. As a lefty-lefty matchup. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Osmond. Reese Trey takes off to third. Throw down is not in time. He is safe. It was a throw on target from the catcher Ferranti, but the tag not applied in time, and Reese Trahey now just 90 feet away from scoring with one out.
Yeah, it was a really good throw from Ferrant behind the plate, but the tag just got applied a little late by Meyer. Trahey being aggressive on the base paths, and now pass ball, Arrington can try to bring him in.
Well, the 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball, misses just outside for a ball, 2-1. Of course, Phil Glasser very good at hitting fly balls this season for the Copperheads. As 2-1 pitch catches the outside corner. I think Glasser thought that was his pitch, but he takes it. Count even now at 2-2.
Now, it was Glasser who came up big for the Copperheads in the last game against the Xenia Scouts. First pitch you saw, lined it out into right field. Game-winning hit.
2-2 pitch into him. A swung on and lined down the left field line, but slicing well out of play, foul. Count remains 2-2 to Glasser.
And for Glasser, after talking to him, he was in that position at Youngstown State quite a bit during the spring. So it was not unfamiliar territory for him. And another big spot for him right here, trying to get the run in.
2-2 pitch in from Osmond. Swung on and looped again out towards left field, but again slicing foul and out of play. Glasser battling up there. Count remains 2-2. As Glasser came into the ball game, second on the team in at-bats with 104. Only 21 strikeouts so far this summer. Has very good control of the bat at the plate as he's choked up quite a bit now with 2 strikes. Osmond is set. Kicks and deals a 2-2 as a breaking ball misses way up high. The catcher Ferranti had to jump out of his crouch to catch that one. It will be a full count with a runner on third and one away.
And Trey on his toes, so the ball was going to be high and almost going over the glove of Ferranti. So Trey just is anxious, is ready to go.
Full count now to Phil Glasser. Here comes a pitch from Osmond, taken up high and outside, ball 4, he walked him. So at the very least, for the Settlers, that does set up a double play opportunity. But now runners at the corners with one out. Carter Cross due up next.
Well, big spot now for Carter Cross. Kind of busted out of his slump in the last game against the Scouts. Had 2 RBIs, 2 for 4. So this would be the right time for him to heat up.
Well, that ball game put him above the Mendoza line as he was 189 going into that one, but then went 2 for 4, now batting .211. Swings through the first pitch fastball from Osmond for his strike, 0-1. Carter Cross at a University of Nebraska. Just mentioned batting .211 on the year, 12 hits, couple of doubles and triples, 8 RBIs. Trying to knot this ball game up as the Copperheads trail at 1-0 currently. Pickoff attempt to Glasser at first base. He's back in standing, no problem. Carter Cross on the year with runners in scoring position is batting at 340 at-bats. As Osmond, a long look to the runner at first, now comes home 0-1. Another fastball swung through by Carter Cross, quickly down in the count 0-2. Now we'll have to try to shorten up and protect, as all he needs is a fly ball deep enough into the outfield to score that tying run from third base. Still early on in this one, bottom of the second inning, one away. Settlers scored in the top of the first inning on an RBI double from Steven Krause to score the game's first and only run so far. As Osmond comes set, comes the 0-2 into Cross, swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. Back into the netting behind home plate, and Cross staying alive with an 0-2 count. As runners still on the corners, here comes another 0-2 pitch into Carter Cross, swings right through it for strike three. Big second out there picked up by Osmond. He records his second strikeout. 2 away now will be Ty Crittenberger. Will have to deliver a 2-out base hit to keep this inning alive.
Well, Crittenberger's been swinging the bat well, raised his batting average above 260, and for Ty, big situation here. You want to beat the Licking County Settlers if you have postseason aspirations. Big moment for him with 2 runners on base.
Well, Crittenberger, as you mentioned, 266 on the year. First pitch into him, misses high and outside for a ball, 1-0. Crittenberger, 17 hits, 5 extra base hits, all of them doubles, 7 RBIs on the year. In these situations, with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, Crittenberger just 133 and 15 at-bats and 2 RBIs this year. 1-0 pitch misses up high for a ball. Crittenberger now up in the count, 2-0. But this is a big series between these two teams, as whoever comes out of it will then be ahead in the standings heading into the final series of the year, trying to make the playoffs as the top 2 teams in both divisions make it. 2-0 pitch into Crittenberger. He swings through it for a strike. 2-1 the count now. But no update on the start of the Hamilton Joes and Cincinnati Steam game so far, as listed as 7:05 start as a 2-1 pitch. Another fastball. Ty swings through it once again, evening up the count at 2 with 2 away, 2 runners on in the bottom of the second inning. Crittenberger will try to protect now with 2 strikes. Osmond, the 2-2 pitch home, misses high and outside for a ball. Will be a full count. Phil Glasser, the runner on first, should be in motion on the pitch. Osmond looking to avoid his second walk of the inning, and the Copperheads looking to avoid back-to-back punch-outs with a runner on third base. Here comes the full count pitch into Crittenberger. Misses up. No, called strike 3. As Crittenberger thought it was high, he started to head towards first base. Coach Dunphy does not like the strike call by home plate umpire Anthony Sheets, still shouting at him. But the inning will come to an end. The Copperheads get a runner on third with less than 2 outs, but he gets stranded. And we head into the top of the third inning. Settlers still lead at 1-0 right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the third inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Licking County Settlers here as the first pitch in to Kaz Sabazic. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 as Sabazic his last time up. Roped a double into right center field. Came around to score the game's first run as a 1-0 pitch misses up high for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. As Krieghauser so far through the first 2 innings, couple of hits, 4 strikeouts already. As a 1-1 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, and Krieghauser up on Sabazic 1-2. Krieghauser kicks and deals a 1-2, misses low and outside for a ball, dug out by the catcher Scott Combs. And Sabazic works the count back even at 2. 2-2 pitch into Sabazic, swung right through the high fastball for strike 3. 5 strikeouts through the first 2 1/3 for Krieghauser. Leadoff man retired here in the top of the third inning.
Strikeouts have just been piling on for Krieghauser. I almost wish that we saw this kid all season long. It would have been fun to see him and Iverson compete for the strikeout lead. But Krieghauser's settled into his own now, and it's been fun to watch.
Well, now the first pitch into Steven Kraus catches the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Kraus roped an RBI double in the top of the first inning for the game's only run so far. 1-0 lead for the Settlers. The 0-1 pitch into Steven Kraus, a breaking ball grounded out towards Phil Glasser at short. He fields it cleanly. Throw over to first is in time to retire Kraus. And 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third inning. Krieghauser looking for his first 1-2-3 inning.
Just a nice pitch. Not much that Kraus could have done with it. Rolls over, grounds it out to short.
Well, that'll be Andrew Aang trying to keep the inning alive. He drew a walk his first time up. Was left stranded at second base. As the first pitch into him from Krieghauser, breaking ball catches the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count now. As Krieghauser has settled down since that first inning, allowing a couple of runs as well as a couple of hits and a run as well as a walk. As that pitch is grounded in between the hole between first and second and out on into right field for a single. So almost a 1-2-3 inning for Krieghauser, but Andrew Aang has something to say about that. Base hit in the right field, now a 2-out base runner for the Settlers. Now it'll be Sam Wilson 2 up. He's 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. Brought his average down to .257 on the year. First pitch into from Krieghauser is lined out over the glove of the second baseman Iverson and into right center field. Stopping at second base is Andrew Aang as it's picked up by the center fielder Krinberger, fired back into the infield. Back-to-back 2-out singles for the Settlers. And now looking for a third straight hit from Darius Diaz to try to extend this 1-run lead here in the top of the third.
Well, one thing that Krieghauser has been doing real nice is getting ahead on counts on batters early, and Wilson recognizes this. Jumped on the first pitch and lined it out into right center.
Now Darius Diaz trying to keep the inning alive. First pitch into him is a breaking ball. Catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Diaz punched out his last time up to strand 2 runners in scoring position in the top of the first inning. Now has another chance with runners on here as the 0-1 pitch, he got out in front of that breaking ball, but it hooks foul to the right, or excuse me, to the left of the first base bag. Now Diaz down in the count 0-2.
Krieghauser up 0-2. See what pitch he wants to go to try to put him away and get the 6th strikeout.
Well, he's had traffic in all 3 of these innings so far. The 0-2 pitch into Diaz is swung on, and he's just got a piece of it foul into the first base dugout of the Licking County Settlers. Count remains 0-2.
Looked like a little off speed. Might have been the changeup from Krieghauser. Just caught too much of the plate. Diaz was able to get a piece of the bat on it. Fouled off.
Sat back just long enough to fight off the off-speed pitch. Count still 0-2 with 2 runners on, 2 away in the top of the third. 0-2 pitch into Diaz is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Scott Combs. Runner staying put. Count goes to 1-2.
Back-to-back pitches now in that low outside part. Changeup stayed a little bit higher. Diaz was able to get the bat on it, but then the ball just drops off. A good eye from Diaz. Ball in the same location, just different pitch.
Couple checks to the runner at second. 1-2 home to Diaz. Misses up high above his head for a ball. Count now even at 2. As Craig Hauser so far has thrown 58 pitches through these first 3 innings. Here comes a 2-2 pitch into Diaz. Breaking ball nubbed off the end of the bat. It will roll foul and then come back into fair ground. The throw is bluffed by the catcher, Scott Combs. He just eats it. Kind of a weird play there off the end of the bat. Started rolling foul. Then takes a right turn into fair territory. And Diaz able to beat it out for an infield single. Bases are now loaded with 2 away.
Absolutely nothing that Combs or Cruz or Craig Hauser could have done. That ball just had a weird spin. It was like he's playing pool. Just cued it down the third base line, and it took a turn. It was looking like foul, but turned fair. Nothing they could have done about it.
So now the bases are loaded for Evan Fromwiller. Looking for a 4th consecutive 2-out hits for the Settlers. As first pitch into him, misses low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Fromwiller on the day struck out in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. As here comes a 1-0 pitch in. It swung on and popped foul over towards the first base dugout. Zion Avery started the jog over, but quickly ran out of room. Counts even at 1. As Fromwiller on the season with the bases loaded, only 2 at-bats, hasn't had a hit in either one of them. Looking to change that in this at-bat as the Settlers looking to add on to their 1-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. After 2 quick outs from Craig Hauser, 3 straight 2-out singles. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. It's in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Combs. And having to stay at third base is the runner Aang. 2-1 the count now.
Well, just a good block from Scott Combs. Got in front of it, got his whole body in front of it, didn't try to olay the ball. And the ball just landed right in front of him, rolled up the third base line, which is even better.
Craig Hauser coming set, kicks and deals. A 2-1 to Fromwiller. Swung on and hit off his foot foul down into the Copperheads dugout. Evens up the count at 2. As you'd expect, Craig Hauser to attack him with this pitch. Don't want to run the count full and send those runners in motion with 2 outs. But a long look in from Craig Hauser into his catcher Combs. Now gets the sign he wants. Kicks and deals a 2-2 into Fromwiller. Breaking ball taken low and inside for a ball. Now the count is full. Runners will be in motion with 2 outs.
And on the location of the breaking ball that Craig Hauser was looking for, just missed low and inside. Tried to get that ball a little bit higher and a little bit closer to the plate. Nice breaking ball, but got to locate.
Full count pitch home. Runners take off. Swung on and flied out into left field. Going back is a left fielder, Carter Cross, and he will make the catch on the run. A couple of steps in front of the warning track to retire the side in the top of the 3rd. Settlers threatened. They loaded the bases with 2 outs, but Craig Hauser able to battle out of it and keep them scoreless. Settlers still lead at 1-0. Bottom of the 3rd coming up right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information,
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
top of the order due up for the Copperheads here in the bottom of the third inning at Bob Wren Stadium as they currently trail the Licking County Settlers 1-0. Copperheads currently a half game out of the playoff picture behind the Licking County Settlers and the Cincinnati Steam. If they were able to beat the Settlers here tonight, they would jump them in the standings. As first pitch into Zach Iverson is a breaking ball from Michael Osmond, a called strike. 0-1 the count as Iverson picked up a single to lead off the bottom of the first. His first time up. 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away over the third base dugout while at a play. Iverson now down in the count 0-2. But Osmond didn't allow a run his first time through the order. Looking to keep that up. 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball lined out into left center field. Heading back is the left fielder. A couple steps in front of the warning track. He will make the catch. Fire it back into the infield. Leadoff man retired in the bottom of the third.
Nice show of opposite field power from Zach Iverson. Off the bat, didn't think that ball was going to travel that far, but all the way back to the warning track in left center field where Hill made the catch. But Iverson giving it a ride, just couldn't hit it far enough.
And now it'll be Daniel Cruz, who's 0 for 1 so far today. Flew out to right field in his first at-bat. First pitch into him from Osmond. He takes a big swing at it, but comes up empty. 0-1 the count now to Daniel Cruz, who came in riding a 5-game hit streak. Has brought the average all the way from 256 up around 297 as the 0-1 pitch into him is a breaking ball. Misses high and outside for a ball. And that'll even up the count at 1. As now the 1-1 pitch from Osmond into Daniel Cruz is swung on and popped foul and out of play. Down the first baseline. And Cruz will have to protect now with 2 strikes. 1-2 the count with 1 away in the bottom of the third. Settlers leading the Copperheads 1-0 after scoring a run in the top of the first. Here comes a 1-2 pitch into Daniel Cruz. Fastball misses outside for a ball. Cruz just takes it. Evens up the count at 2. As now the 2-2 home into Daniel Cruz. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Picked by the catcher Ferranti. Heading over to first is Cruz. Throw on to the first baseman Kraus is in time. So the strikeout and give a put out to the first baseman Kraus to retire Daniel Cruz. Now 2 away in the bottom of the third for Sebastian Fabic.
Well, Fabic came up big in the last game before All-Star break. Big solo home run to tie the game against the Xenia Scouts before Phil Glasser eventually put the Copperheads on top for good with a walk-off hit. But Fabic's been hitting all season long. Nothing like a little 2-out rally.
First pitch into him, bounces in and taken for a ball, 1-0. But Fabic came in third in the league in RBIs as the 1-0 pitch bounces into him for a ball, 2-0. But leads the team in RBIs, leads the team in batting average, tied for first in home runs alongside Zion Avery and Daniel Cruz. Safe to say, been one of the key players for the Copperheads' success this summer. As here comes a 2-0 pitch in from Osmond. He swings through the fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. As Osmond back up on the rubber, pitching from the right side of a 2-1 pitch into Fabic, grounded out towards short. A little bit of a bobble from Sabazic. Throw on to first is still in time to retire Fabic by a step. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Copperheads here in the bottom of the third. It's still a 1-0 score. Settlers lead the Copperheads. We'll throw it over to Connor Mills for the play-by-play through the middle innings when we return on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Back at Bob Wrenn Stadium here for the top of the fourth inning, where the Licking County Settlers have a 1-0 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Little update around the league as the first pitch is roped out into left center field, coming in and taking the ball in a hop. Here's left fielder Carter Cross. It will be a leadoff single for the 8-batter Nate Meyer to begin things here in the top of the fourth. The leadoff single for Meyer as Phil Ferranti will come to the plate. But it will be a doubleheader for tomorrow's Cincinnati Steam and Hamilton Joe's game. That game has been postponed, so the Copperheads will have to wait on a little bit longer for a doubleheader to see what happens between the Joes and the Steam. Of course, the Steam and the Licking County Settlers are tied at first place right now, both with the record of 21-15. As Craig Hauser's first pitch gets through, an Olaying try from Daniel Cruz at third. Cruz missed the ball, goes out into left field. It'll be back-to-back singles for Phil Ferranti and Nate Meyer to start off the top of the fourth inning. Licking County Settlers ahead 1-0.
Yeah, not much Cruz could do on that one. There's a couple of hard-hit balls to lead off this inning, but he just tries to throw his glove out at it, try to knock it down. But that was a hot shot towards the hot corner, and it gets through out in the left field for a single back-to-back. Now is Craig Hauser back in the stretch, which is where he's been throwing from pretty much the entire game. A lot of traffic on the base paths so far.
From the stretch, first pitch to the leadoff batter, Turner Hill. Ground ball over to Zion Avery. Steps down to throw over to second, not in time. So Zion Avery lost his footing in the grassy turf area. Went down to a knee. Zach Iverson had to cover first base. Could not cover in time. The ball didn't get there. As it's back-to-back-to-back singles to lead things off in the top of the fourth with the Licking County Settlers. Nate Meyer on third base, Phil Ferranti on second, and now Turner Hill with the infield single. He's on first. Bases loaded for the Licking County Settlers as Kasimir Sobazik at the plate. Sobazik 1 for 2 today with a double, and then a strikeout was the fifth and final strikeout for Craig Hauser. The first pitch curveball is in for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch into Sobazik. Ground ball over and into the dugout of the Licking County Settlers. 0-2. But 0-2 the count. Bases loaded for the Settlers. Licking County only one run. That happened in the top of the first inning. As Craig Hauser pitching from the windup. The 0-2 pitch misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you mentioned that doubleheader not that long ago. But, I mean, that means at least if the Copperheads pull out the victory tonight, they'll be in first place for at least a day going into that doubleheader tomorrow. If the Settlers win, they'll be in sole possession of first place.
1-2 fouled off towards the left side and out of play. Count remains at 1-2. But things will get extremely interesting in the GLSCL South Division over these next couple of days. Copperheads in action 6 days in a row 3 games. Game 1 here with the Licking County Settlers, and off to Richmond, Indiana against the final series of the season as a 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, first out in the top of the 4th.
Well, that's absolutely huge. After 3 straight singles, actually, looks like they gave somebody an error. Probably Zion Avery on that play over at first, but a big strikeout there. Now your middle infielders can move back. You can play for a double play. Of course, you're still going to keep the corners up because you want to cut down that runner from third. That's a big first out. He's got a tough part of the order coming up, and Krause in the middle following him.
It'll be Stephen Krause, who's 1 for 2 today with an RBI double. Knocked in Sobazic as a first pitch. This might be a sacrifice fly. Ball out into left center field, calling everybody off is Ty Krittenberger. The throw will go to third, and it will be a sacrifice fly for Stephen Krause. Licking County extends their lead. It's now 2-0 in favor of Licking County.
Well, that's just Krause not trying to do too much right there. He knows if he gets a fly ball, that run's coming in. But not the worst case scenario for Craig Hauser either. Obviously, when you get the bases loaded, nobody out, you expect a big inning to possibly come, but he gets a strikeout and a fly ball. Now you're just 1 out away from only giving up 1 run and still only being down by 2 with a lot of ball game left to play.
2 runs, 7 hits for the Licking County Settlers. No runs and 2 hits for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. His first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Inge at the plate with a walk and a single. So he's 1 for 1 today. There's a 1-0 from Craig Hauser. Curveball in for a called strike, 1-1.
Well, Craig has had a lot of success when he's mixing in that breaking ball mid-at-bat. You've seen him so far drop a couple of them first pitch in there for strikes. And, of course, if you get a bunch of guys going up there, you know, looking to take the first pitch, you throw a breaking ball in there, freeze them. You can go anywhere you want from there.
1-1 misses outside, a fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike. But Craig Hauser has been able to pitch out of trouble ever since the first inning, only allowing 2 runs now, 1 in the top of the first, 1 in the top of the 4th, as we sit with a 2-1 count to the batter, Andrew Inge. As the pitch in on the outside corner for a called strike, 2-2. But in the inning, Nate Meyer came in to score on the sacrifice fly from Stephen Krause. But Meyer led off with a single, found by a Ferranti single, and then a Turner Hill infield single, or what appears to be on the board as an error, charged to Zion Avery. But 3 balls, 2 strikes as the ball missed outside to Inge. Count is full with runners on first and second base.
And now those runners will be going on the pitch, so a base hit will guarantee that runner from second scores. So this is going to be a big pitch coming up here.
Craig Hauser checks back to second base. The payoff pitch taken low in the turf, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded yet again here in the top of the 4th inning with the Licking County Settlers up 2-0.
Yeah, not the worst case scenario there, better than giving up a base hit. But obviously loads the bases now. As Craig Hauser just has to focus on the batter, forget those runners are out there, and try to get back in the dugout, only trailing 2-0.
Well, Sam Wilson at the plate. Wilson grounded into a fielder's choices in his first at-bat, and his last time up had a single. It went to second base. Did not come around to score. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch from Craig Hauser into Sam Wilson, misses outside, a breaking ball, 1-0. Time is called in the infield as shortstop Glasser and the second baseman Iverson both charge in. Now comes in Daniel Cruz as they'll all try to calm down Micah Craig Hauser. Craig Hauser, even though he struggled through a couple innings, he's only allowed 2 runs. 1 on the top of the first, 1 on the top of the 4th. Put together 2 scoreless innings in the 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, a lot of base runners so far as the bases have been loaded multiple times through these first 4 innings. But he's got to settle down. I mean, we've seen him be able to be effective, has decent amount of strikeouts so far through the outing, already 6 through his first 3 2/3. He's got to settle down, find the zone again.
As the second pitch misses for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. A 2-0 the count, bases loaded. Here in the top of the 4th inning, 1 run already in. As Craig Hauser's 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. Checked down by Scott Combs to first base to try and catch in sleeping. He goes back sliding safely. Counters at 2-1.
Well, Sam Wilson was trying to add 4 more runs with that swing. Big rip at the 2-0 fastball. But Craig Hauser able to get it by him. Now 2-1, still trying to battle back in the count.
That was a 2-1 pitch, misses low and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Before today's game, Micah Craighauser did not have the bases loaded at all. But during today's game, bases have been loaded multiple times. But it's still only 2 runs as the 3-1 pitch misses low and inside. Ball 4. Craighauser will walk in a run. Now the lead extends to 3-0 for the Settlers.
Well, that's something you can't be doing. You don't want to be walking in runs, especially in a game as big as this. As 3 runs doesn't look too big right now, but those keep adding up. You can let a ball game get away from you rather quickly. So Craighauser really needs to settle down here, refine the strike zone. He's got a lefty-lefty matchup with Diaz in the on-deck circle. He's got that in his favor right now. Just got to lock back in and find the strike zone.
Well, from the windup, the first pitch to Darius Diaz is swung on. It's a high bouncing ball over towards second. Iverson has it. Throw to first in time, and the side is retired, but not before the Licking County Settlers put up 2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Bases were loaded, but Micah Craighauser gets out of it. It's the Settlers 3. The Southern Ohio Copperheads nothing come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your...
Ty Krinberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Bottom of the 4th inning at Bob Brand Stadium, Licking County 3, Southern Ohio nothing. It'll be Zion Avery leading things off. For Zion, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking. Got called at the knees, is on the mound Michael Osmond. From the windup, Osmond's first pitch, a breaking ball misses outside and high. 1 ball, no strikes. Fravy on the season as the leadoff batter, leading off an inning, batting 125. Has 16 at-bats, make this 17, has walked once. As the ball skips into Ferranti, the catcher, 2 balls and no strikes. But Southern Ohio Copperheads will have to control their own destiny. They still can. They want postseason. Postseason is right around the corner. Would start on the 25th. Last game of the regular season is the 23rd against the Richmond Jazz. But everything is still right out in front of the Copperheads. Just have to win a couple games before they get there. 3 games with the Settlers, 3 games with the Jazz. And then that's it. But 2-0 the count to Zion Avery with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Copperheads trying to get on the board for the first time today is a 2-0 pitch from Osmond. It was a half-hearted swing. Well, check swing from Zion Avery. Fouls off the ball towards the right side. Brings the count to 2-1.
Yeah, that's not the swing you want to put on a pitch when you're up 2-0. It's the count where you want to try to get a fastball somewhere in the heart of the plate and take a big rip at it. It's kind of a check swing there from Zion. So has a couple pitches to play with up in the count 2-1.
And the pitch, Mosman misses low and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Zion Avery. On deck, Reese Trahey, and after him, Scott Combs. Trahey, furthest on the base path so far today as the pitch into Zion Avery, pops it up out into right field. Ranging back and making the one-hand catch is the right fielder Wilson for the first down in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 down, and Trahey to the plate.
He just kind of got tied up a little bit there. Did Zion hits a kind of an easy fly ball out there towards Wilson in right field for the first out of the inning as Osmond been grooving here these past couple innings after allowing a couple hits through the first 2.
That is 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 3rd. Got Iverson, Cruz, and Fabic down. And now the first batter here in the bottom of the 4th is retired as a breaking ball bends over the head of Reese Trahey. 1 ball, no strikes. Trahey today went around to third base, stole third base, but did not come in to score. It was runners at the corners in the bottom of the 2nd inning. There's 1-0 pitch to Trahey. He swings and pops it up high in the infield. Coming in to call everyone off is the second baseman, Evan Fromwiller. He makes a 2-hand catch, and now there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yep, just got way underneath that one to Trey. Hit it a mile high in the air. Plenty of time to make a play on that one. 2 easy outs, as Osmond just mentioned, after kind of seen some traffic on the base paths first couple innings, really have settled down and now retired 6 in a row, I believe.
At the plate, Scott Combs, the catcher in today's ball game. First pitch to Combs, a swung on a missed for strike 1. Combs today popped out to the second baseman his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. As the 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball catches the outside corner of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes now. So 0-2 the count, 2 down. Scott Combs tries to stay alive as a pitch in from Osmond. A slow roller up the third base line goes left and into the hands of the third base coach and the manager of the Copperheads, Austin Dunphy. Combs stays live at the plate, 0-2.
Yep, good defensive swing there from Combs, just trying to stay alive in the at-bat. The first 2 pitches kind of chased out of the zone. But now that's a be in protect mode, try to keep this inning alive.
Pitch in from Osmond, high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to Scott Combs in search of his first hit of the day. Combs came in batting at 306, which is pretty good for a catcher, currently sitting at 300 now. As 1-2 pitch, ground ball over towards third, taken on 2 hops as the third baseman Meyer. He throws across the diamond in time for the 3rd and final out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2-3 inning again for Michael Osmond as we head to the top of the 5th. Licking County Settlers on top 3-0 over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder Fuller & Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the fifth inning at Bob Wren Stadium, where the Licking County Settlers have a 3-0 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for the Licking County Settlers. Evan Fromwiller, Nate Meyer, and Phil Ferranti all due up in the inning. Fromwiller already has 2 at-bats. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to left field. As the first pitch misses for a ball from Micah Craighauser, 1 ball, no strikes. And Fromwiller had a good chance at breaking this game open. That was in the top of the third inning as the second pitch misses from Craighauser, 2-0. Runners on all the bases. But Fromwiller gave it a deep drive out into left field, and now he sends this one deep out into left field. A courtesy run from Carter Cross, and this ball is out of here. Solo home run from Evan Fromwiller. He extends the Licking County Settlers lead. It's now 4-0 in favor of the Settlers. And this ball game is slowly but surely going the side of the Settlers.
Yeah, just a bomb off the bat of Fromwiller. Got under it. A lot of power behind it. I mean, he plays for Ohio University in the spring, so used to playing here at Bob Wren Stadium, and he got every stitch of that ball over the netting out there in left field. It's a big shot, and as you mentioned, slowly but surely, Settlers continue to tack on runs and leads up to 4 now.
1 run in the top of the first, 2 in the fourth, and now 1 here in the top of the fifth. No outs, and at the plate, Nate Meyer. First pitch in for a called strike to Nate Meyer, 0-1. 0-1 count, the pitch in, soft line drive falling out into center field and gets down for a base hit. Nate Meyer continues the hits. 9 hits now for the Licking County Settlers. Alongside their 4 runs, Copperheads only 2 hits in the entire ball game, and still nobody out here in the top of the fifth inning with Phil Ferranti at the plate. Ferranti 1 for 2 at the day. A single and a run scored, and also flew out in foul territory to the first baseman Zion Avery. But no outs, top 5. Then Ferranti at the plate. First pitch from Craighauser hits the inside corner of the plate, 0-1. And for Craighauser, he has dealt with trouble on the base paths all day long. Only 4 runs given up is now a soft line drive out into left field. Carter Cross will have room, and he bobbles a ball in the transfer. And the field umpire, Bryce McCullough, does say it was on the transfer. He did a double look as Carter Cross just kind of dropped the ball out there. But he caught it first, and we'll say it again, on the transfer. 1 out recorded.
Yep, big first out there for Craighauser. Something we kind of neglected to mention that I thought was a pretty cool fact is Nate Meyer over there on first base is the son of former Ohio State and University of Florida coach Urban Meyer.
That is a pretty cool idea. I wonder if Urban Meyer will be at Bob Wren at any time during this 3-game series. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely would have heard by now if he was here tonight, but
could go incognito. As the first pitch misses a ball, this one line drive out into left center field. Ty Crittenberger has the range. Drops down as he tries to double up Meyer at first. But now Turner Hill is out, and Casimir Sobazik at the plate. Nice play from Ty Crittenberger, showing the range to make the catch.
Yep, he's been solid out there in center all season long. As looked like that ball could have got down off the bat, but very quickly tracking it down was Crittenberger. Even made a strong throw to first to get Meyer to have to go back in diving to avoid getting doubled up. But nice couple of fly balls there for Craighauser.
Now Craighauser seems to have it right back again. First pitch, breaking ball into Casimir Sobazik, 0-1. For Sobazik, this will be his 4th at-bat of the day. Struck out twice and has a double as he lines this one through the gap on the right side and in for a base hit. Runners at first and second base here on the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. But Licking County now up to 10 hits in today's ball game.
Yeah, they're seeing the ball quite well. off of Craig Hauser so far. I mean, does have the strikeouts so far in the outing, so he has had some swing and miss stuff, but just 10 hits so far. They're seeing the ball real well, hitting it hard to all fields, and have another chance now with one of their best hitters up to try to extend the lead even more.
Well, Steven Krause at the plate. First pitch to Krause, off speed in for a called strike. Krause 1 for 2 on the day, 2 RBIs, and is currently batting at .355. In relation to the Copperheads' leading batter, Sebastian Fabik is now a line drive out into center field. Taking first steps back was Ty Krittenberger. Now rushes in to make the catch in left center field to retire the side. So after giving up the solo leadoff homer to Evan Fromwiller, Micah Craig Hauser gets through the inning, doesn't allow any more damage. It's the Licking County Settlers 4, the Southern Ohio Copperheads yet to score as they'll come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back at the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Bob Brent Stadium. Licking County 4, Southern Ohio Copperheads nothing, as leading things off will be Phil Glasser, followed by Carter Cross and Ty Krittenberger. As the first pitch, ground ball over towards shortstop Sobazic. The throw picked by the first baseman Krause. And one pitch, one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Osmond really starting to settle into this start. Now 8 straight Copperheads retired as the first pitch. Glasser kind of nubs it off the end of the bat. Easy ground ball to short and an easy play for Sobazic out there. It's Copperheads, they got to start figuring something out offensively here. It's trailing by 4. Don't want to leave it all till the end of the ball game.
Carter Cross batting from the right side, takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Cross today struck out swinging, was a second strikeout by Michael Osmond. As the 1-0 pitch, a curveball misses high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Carter Cross still above the Mendoza line, batting at .207. On from the windup, Michael Osmond sets and deals. The 2-0 is down the middle for a called strike, 2-1. Nice day on hand, even though the temperatures were around the high 80s. 2-1 pitch bounces into Carter Cross, 3-1. A lot of fans coming out to support the Copperheads as they make this postseason push. Don't have the official number, but I'm take an estimate, just
why don't you eyeball it? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, eyeballing it. I'd go around 400. As a 3-1 pitch, Carter Cross gets out ahead of that one and lines it foul down the line out into left field. Count is full at 3-2.
Yeah, not a bad swing there from Cross. Just got a little bit out in front of that. What looked like a changeup from Osmond. Got him out in front of it. Now have to try to protect here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, now he swings through the pitch. Strike 3. 5th strikeout on the day by Michael Osmond. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
The center fielder, number 3, Ty
But Ty Krittenberger will now stand in, and Krittenberger, strikeout victim himself, struck out looking his first time up. It was on a ball that looked to be maybe high, but Krittenberger had runners at the corners. And home plate umpire Anthony Sheets punched him out. Swing and a miss by Ty Krittenberger. 0-1. As a nice gesture, Ethel, the super fan for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, as Krittenberger fouls one back off the netting. 0-2. Ethel has baked peanut butter chocolate cookies for the staff members. We appreciate Ethel's support and, of course, her cookies.
Pretty good.
Today's game.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Give me a 10 out of 10. I'd eat a bunch more of those.
Punch out on the outside corner now. Back-to-back strikeout lookings for Ty Krittenberger, and back-to-back strikeouts are Michael Osman. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, Copperheads are down by 4. It's the Licking County Settlers 4, Southern Ohio Copperheads 0. And we'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game.
Ty Krittenberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Top of the 6th inning, Licking County 4, Copperheads 0. As Licking County at the plate, it will be Casimir Sobazic, or it'll be new man on the mound first for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Coming in to replace Micah Craighauser is Tanner Glass. As for Tanner Glass from Southern Wesleyan University, Glass on the season with a 1.87 ERA, 1 win, 1 loss. Will be his 8th appearance on the season. As the first pitch misses to the batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Glass, 18 2/3 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, 10 walks, and has given up 12 hits. Is now swinging and a miss, brings the count to 1-1.
Yeah, Tanner's been pretty effective out of the bullpen for the Copperheads this summer. The 1.87 ERA. It's only given up 1 run in relief so far, as his roughest outing was when he started and only went 4 innings, gave up 4 runs. Actually, gave up 7, only 4 of them were earned. Kind of spiked up the ERA, but in the relief role, he's been very solid for the Copperheads this year.
As he misses high, 3 balls and 1 strike now to the batter, Andrew Inge. And for Inge today, 1 for 1, 2 walks, batting .333 as a 3-1 is swung on and missed. Brings the count full to Inge. As for Micah Craighauser, 5 innings pitched today, 10 hits, 4 runs, only 2 were earned. 4 walks and 6 strikeouts as the payoff pitch is off the end of the bat and rolls foul over near the on-deck circle for the Copperheads. Nasanti will pick it up. Count remains full to the batter, Andrew Inge. 3-2, ground ball over towards second base, taking on 3 hops. Iverson has it. The throw to first in time, first out here in the top of the 6th inning. Copperheads could really use a 1-2-3 inning today, as there's been runners on the base paths against Micah Craighauser all day long. But for Tanner Glass will come in. Will work in relief for Craighauser. As at the plate, Sam Wilson. First pitch to Wilson misses high for ball one. Sam Wilson on the day. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. As second pitch missed for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Wilson grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up as he lines this one, taking on a hop. Zach Iverson towards the right side. He throws to first in time, and now there are 2 down. 2 up, 2 down for the relief pitcher, Tanner Glass.
Nice job by Iverson staying on that ball. Sometimes those soft liners kind of hit right at you, can take a weird hop on you if you try to square it up. But Iverson does just that, able to take it on the backhand, make the throw over to first, and Glass trying to get the first 1-2-3 inning for the Copperheads in this ball game. Try to get the bats up at the plate and spark something here, trailing by 4.
From the windup, Tanner Glass pitching to Darius Diaz. First pitch misses high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. It's almost working opposite of Micah Craighauser as they swing the foul ball off towards left side and out of play. Count is even at 1-1. Craighauser got ahead of batters early. Struck out 6, but also struggled putting them away. Walked 4 batters. Threw a lot of pitches. 1-1 from Tanner Glass. Check swing. And home plate umpire Anthony Sheets says he went around. Counts at 1-2.
Nice little breaking pitch there from Glass on the 1-1 pitch. Starts it at the knees and it breaks down. Gets a check swing from Diaz. Now up in the count 1-2. Got a couple pitches to play with here.
The 1-2 from Glass. Breaking ball misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count is even at 2-2 for Darius Diaz at the plate. Diaz 1 for 3 as a 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled off again towards the left side. Diaz stays live at the plate.
Like how Glass is mixing locations there. Goes high and inside with 1 pitch, then tries to get him low and away. Diaz able to fight it off. That's how you can be effective as a pitcher. Moving around the strike zone, not staying in one spot and being predictable.
Glass from the windup, the 2-2 pitch swung on, a hard ball over towards the third baseman, Daniel Cruz. He throws across, but a little bit late. He'll go down as an error for Cruz at third, and a 2-out base runner for the Licking County Settlers.
Yeah, tried to field the short hop cleanly, just skips off the glove and rolls a little bit too far away from the pick it up and retired Diaz at first base. So the first 3 up, 3 down inning won't come in this inning after the error, but Glass gonna have to just come back in, keep throwing strikes to the next guy, try to get out of this inning.
So Fromwiller at the plate is 1 for 3 today, and it was a big swing for that one. It was a solo home run to lead things off in the top of the 5th as he'll bat here in the top of the 6th inning. Copperheads trailing the Licking County Settlers 4-0. First pitch from Tanner Glass missed for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. As a 1-0 line drive, hot shot over the leaping glove of the shortstop Glasser and out into the hole in left center field. Running all the way back as Carter Cross. The throw is now being thrown to Glasser. The relay at the plate, and he's out by a mile. Darius Diaz was thrown around and was told to go around third and try to score. But an excellent relay from Carter Cross to Phil Glasser to Scott Combs to get the third out and hold the Licking County Settlers off the board. It's still Licking County 4, the Southern Ohio Copperheads nothing. And we'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Copperheads held off the board through 6. As they'll be the top of the lineup trying to punch through against Michael Osmond. Osmond, the starter in today's game, has gone back to back 1, 2, 3 innings. Sat down the lineup in order since the 3rd. 1, 2, 3, got Iverson the last time up, but Iverson with one of the 2 hits in today's ball game, and he'll have his 3rd hit of the ball game for the Copperheads. 2nd hit for Zach Iverson of the day. Iverson now 2 for 3 on today's game and gets the first hit since the bottom of the 2nd inning. Copperheads with their leadoff man on base.
Well, I was about to say, this is the part of the order that you want to have up. If you want to have a rally starter, you got pretty much all your best hitters coming up. Iverson starting off right there. You got Daniel Cruz been swinging a hot stick, 0 for 2 today. But trying to extend his hit streak. Is at 5 right now.
As the first pitch, little bender. Breaks a little bit low, 1 ball, no strikes. Cruz 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, batting average at .291. As Osmond pitching from the stretch, looks over at Zach Iverson at first. Now to the plate, he throws the ball a little high, and time will be called. So that pitch does not count. Count remains 1 ball, no strikes. But for Cruz, flew out to right field and struck out 0 for 2. As the fastball misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
A couple good takes right there, get himself in a good hitter's count. Now he can look for 1 pitch and try to do some damage to it. As Copperheads need to start stringing some hits together, trailing by 4.
4 runs, 11 hits for the Settlers. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors for the Copperheads. 2-0 the count to Cruz. Osmond's pitch, ground ball over towards the left side, fielded by the 3rd baseman in Meyer. The turnover is in time. A 5-4-3 double play. Even though Iverson got the leadoff single, he's erased. And now there are 2 outs for Sebastian Fabic.
And that's a real nice play there from Fromwiller at second. As the throw from the 3rd baseman Wilson came in real low, but he was able to get down, field it cleanly, and still be able to pop up and make a strong throw over to first to get Cruz, who's not the slowest, coming out of the batter's box. Big double play there for the Settlers, kind of taking all the wind out of this inning now for the Copperheads.
Fabic on the day, 0 for 2, grounded into a fielder's choice and also grounded out to short. 2 ground balls to the left side as the first pitch is swung on a miss by Fabic, 0-1. For Sebastian Fabic, now batting at .359 with his 0 for 2 day today. Went 0 for 3 in the All-Star game as the 0-1 pitch misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, 1-1 the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads trailing by 4 runs to Licking County Settlers as the 1-1 is taken in for a called strike. Sebastian Fabic behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Working quickly is Osmond. Quickly into his windup. The stare into his catcher Ferranti. Now the motion, the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Copperheads go relatively quiet, 1-2-3. Zach Iverson picked up a single, but nothing else. Double play and a strikeout to end things here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Joe Medora will have you for the rest of the game. It's the Settlers 4, Copperheads nothing. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for echoing.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 7th, Settlers still holding on to a 4-0 lead in the first game of 3 between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Licking County Settlers. As Tanner Glass on for his second inning in relief, relieving Micah Craig Hauser, who pitched the first 5 innings of the game. As first pitch to the broken bat, slow ground ball to short, fielded by Phil Glasser. Long throw on the first in time to retire Nate Meyer. First time he gets retired in the ballgame was 2 for 2 with a walk coming into that bat. But he's set down to retire at the top of the 7th. That'll be the 9-hitter Phil Ferranti.
Yeah, Meyer, a dangerous hitter. Was one of the best hitters the first series against the Copperheads. But a nice play by Phil Glasser to get him out. Not an easy play to make, but he made it.
First pitch into Turner Hill. He swings through the fastball for a strike, 0-1. Or excuse me, Phil Ferranti, the catcher, who's 1 for 3 on the day. He's also come around to score. As a pitch from Glass is an 0-1 breaking pitch. Misses way outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. As the Settlers scored 1 in the top of the first to take a 1-0 lead. They've added 2 in the top of the 4th and another in the 5th to jump out 4-0. Copperheads only have 3 hits so far through the first 6 innings. 1-1 pitch into Ferranti is swung on and fouled away over the first base dugout and well out of play. Glass now up 1-2 on Ferranti. As Glass pitched a scoreless inning in his first inning in relief following 5 innings from Craig Hauser, where he gave up 10 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch home is swung on and lined out into right center field. Coming in as the right fielder, Trahey, and he will reach down to make the catch. As I thought it might have fell in, but Trahey able to bend down, glove on the grass, and scoop it from the ground to make the catch. As now we'll get an argument from the Settlers head coach, T.J. Wharton, but ruled it out by the base umpire, Bryce McCullough. As we stand, there's 2 outs in the inning.
I just find it funny. Home plate umpire Anthony Sheets said, "I'm not talking to you. You got to go talk to the guy who made the call." So he was going to talk to the home plate umpire Sheets, and Sheets said, "Nope, not having it. Go talk to the guy who made it."
Well, now looks like the umpires will discuss it to see if the call was changed. It would be a very tough play for Anthony Sheets behind home plate to be able to see, though. Obviously, McCullough has the best view of it out there on the first baseline. He ruled it out, and the call will remain the same. So Ferranti thought he had a single, but Trahey able to get there just in the nick of time to scoop it just before it hits the outfield grass to retire Ferranti. Now 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Lineup turns over to Turner Hill, the lefty. First pitch into him from Tanner Glass, misses high and outside for a ball, 1-0.
And one thing that Trahey did really nice to make that out, he sold it after. He just lifted the ball up. It wasn't a scoop. He tried to get the glove under it, and umpire said he did.
Turner Hill swings through the 1-0 fastball for a strike, 1-1. Hill, the only Settler without a base hit so far in this one, 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Shocking because he came in leading the team in batting average. But the Coppers that figured him out in this one. 1-1 pitch lined out into left field, heading back to left fielder Carter Cross. He will make the catch on the back pedal And the Copperheads will finally have a 3-up, 3-down inning here in the top of the 7th as we go bottom 7. Stretch time here at Bob Wren Stadium. Copperheads trying to rally, down by 4. Right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens, keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their...
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Well, Zion Avery will lead off the bottom half of the 7th for the Copperheads, trying to rally as they trail at 4-0 here to Licking County Settlers. Michael Osmond has done a stellar job so far through 6 innings, only allowing 3 hits and a walk, 7 strikeouts. Not allowing a run yet. First pitch into Zion Avery. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Avery so far today 0 for 2 with a strikeout. As he's 0 for 2 like several other of his teammates in this one. Only hits 2 for Zach Iverson and a double for Reese Trahey. As the 0-1 pitch into Avery misses outside and actually misses the catcher's glove, Phil Ferranti, and gets all the way back to the backstop. 1-1 the count now to Zion Avery. As sun is starting to set here at Bob Wren Stadium, the 1-1 pitch into Zion Avery will miss just a bit low and outside for a ball. Avery now up in the count 2-1. As Avery takes a step out of the box, now back in, as this will be a big one for either team to win. 2-1 pitch into Zion Avery from Osmond will be a called strike. Evened up the count at 2, as if the Settlers can win this ball game for the night, at least they would be in sole possession of first place in the GLSCL South Division. The Copperheads could win. They'd be tied with the Cincinnati Steam for first place. The Settlers will be in third place as a 2-2 pitch grounded towards third. Diving stop by the third baseman. Strong throw over to first. What a play to retire Zion Avery, as it was the third baseman, Nate Meyer, diving into the hole to knock it down, and a strong throw over to first for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, just a really, really good play by third baseman Meyer to dive and then get up quickly and get the outs. Tremendous play by the third baseman.
So Zion is retired. He's 0 for 3 now. Reese Trahey, as we just mentioned, has a double in 2 at-bats so far in the ballgame. He swings at the first pitch and fists it down the left field line, slicing towards the foul line, and it will land in foul territory. As Trahey was already at second base by the time that ball fell, but he had to trot all the way back to home plate and be down in the count 0-1.
Well, good hustle shown by Trahey. Even though the ball is foul, he was rounding second base by time they had to be called back. Love to see the hustle, especially down 4-0.
Trahey thought he might have hooked it down the line to land fair, but lands a few feet left of that third base line from our point of view. So he'll be down in the count 0-1. As Osmond on that right side of the rubber where he's been all night. The 0-1 pitch, the breaking ball, misses up high for a ball. 1-1 the count now. As Trahey trying to get some kind of rally going for the Copperheads, as the bats have not been there so far through the ball game, as the 1-1 pitch misses low and outside for a ball, 2-1.
Only 3 hits, and 2 of them by Zach Iverson. And the other one by Trahey.
As Trahey back in the left-handed batter's box, Osmond will wind up. The 2-1 pitch home is swung on and hit off the end of the bat. Foul back into the screen behind home plate. Count even now at 2. But the Settlers jumped out to a lead 1-0 in the top of the first, and they've been leading ever since, adding on runs, 2 in the fourth and 1 in the fifth, to be holding on to a 4-0 lead. 2-2 pitch into Reese Trahey is a breaking pitch, misses up high for a ball, and now I'll run the count full.
Yeah, that breaking ball just did not have any break. Remained high in the zone, and an easy take for Reese Trahey.
Well, Osmond's only walked 1 batter so far, looking to avoid the second. Full count pitch into Trahey. Chases the fastball up high, strike 3. 8th strikeout of the ball game for Michael Osmond. He's now just an out away from 7 straight shutout innings, as it'll be Scott Combs up next with 2 outs.
The Copperheads have only been shut out 1 other time during this season. It was against the Hamilton Joes on the first game of this long home stretch, broken up by the All-Star break. But a 9-0 loss to the Joes. Copperheads look to not repeat.
First pitch into the catcher, Scott Combs catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Combs so far today 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. As the 0-1 pitch in from Osmond is a breaking pitch, misses up high for a ball, evens up the count at 1. But Osmond been very effective in shutting down this order so far, as the 1-1 pitch misses high and away for a ball, 2-1, as he allowed a single in the first inning, stranded that runner, then a single and a walk. Copperheads had runners on first and third at one point, but Osmond was able to get out of that inning, and ever since is only allowing 1 base runner on a hit from Zach Iverson, and then he was erased by a double play. As the 2-1 pitch into Scott Combs swings through the fastball for a strike, count even at 2. With 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th, Settlers lead the Copperheads 4-0. But Scott Combs trying to keep the inning alive. Here comes the 2-2 pitch into the Copperheads. Catcher swung on a chop foul towards the first base dugout. Scott Combs fights off that pitch, staying alive. Count remains 2-2.
Copperheads have the capability of scoring a lot of runs with 2 outs. So when they scored 8 and 4 runs earlier on in the season.
2-2 pitch rides high, but Combs cuts on it and fouls it away down the first base side. Running out of room is the catcher, first baseman Steven Krause. Ball lands in the grass in foul territory. Scott Combs will see another 2-2 pitch.
And Copperheads with 67 RBIs, with runners in scoring position and 2 out this season. So nobody in scoring position, but you got to start somewhere.
Well, in comes the 7th pitch of the at-bat to Scott Combs. Osmond kicks and deals a 2-2 home, misses high and outside for a ball. And Scott Combs will work a full count now. Back-to-back Copperheads have in this inning. Combs will look to avoid the fate of Reese Trahey, who punched out just an at-bat ago on a full count. But Osmond up on the rubber, gets the sign from his catcher Ferranti. Full count pitch home, swung on and again fouled away by Scott Combs, up and over the first base dugout and out of play. As now Combs will look for a little bit more pine tar on his bat, trying to get a better grip. But he'll see another full count pitch. Tough at bat for Combs here with 2 away.
Yeah, Combs is really working Osmond. One of the few Copperheads to really go deep in an at bat. It's either been put in play or a strikeout. But here is Scott Combs just trying to foul off, stay alive, and find a way on base.
Well, this will be the 105th pitch on the ball game for Michael Osmond. Trying to get through 7 shot innings. Full count home. Again fouled away by Scott Combs, back into the screen behind home plate. As that was the 9th pitch he's seen in this at-bat. He'll reach double digits on this next one.
Yeah, it looks like Licking County does have 2 pitchers warming up in their bullpen right now.
Another full count pitch into Combs, and again he fouls it away, this time into the third base dugout. So Combs just fighting off everything he sees from Osmond right now, not letting anything get by him, hoping to eventually turn one of those balls around here for a base hit. As now it looks like a helicopter flies over Bob Wren Stadium, so a little bit of a timeout taken by Osmond. He steps on the rubber.
A low-flying helicopter.
But now he's back on. The 11th pitch to Scott Combs is swung on and again fouled away. This one will get out of play over the first base dugout, and Scott Combs just will not be denied in this at-bat, as he'll now see a dozen pitches from Michael Osmond with this next one, as it's still a 4-0 score here in the bottom of the 7th. Settlers leading the Copperheads with 2 away. But this will be the 12th pitch that Scott Combs sees in this at-bat. Another full count pitch from Mike Osmond, swung on and again grounded foul into the third base dugout, as Osmond's got to feel like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, I think regardless, this might be Osmond's last batter. Like you said, pitch count is above 100 right now, and Scott Combs is making him work.
Here comes a baker's dozen. 13 pitch called on off the outside corner. Ball 4, a 13-pitch walk worked by Michael Osmond, and that might be the hook. Actually, Scott Combs worked the walk. Osmond walked him, and now it looks like head coach T.J. Wharton will walk out to the mound. This could be it for Michael Osmond, as indeed it will be a pitching change. So Osmond goes 6 2/3 shutout, but Scott Combs works a 13-pitch at-bat and draws the walk. So Osmond will not get through 7 shutout, but 6 2/3 shutout. Will update you on the pitcher trotting in from the bullpen for the Settlers when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
It'll be Justin Perez, number 18, the new man on the mound for the Licking County Settlers. This is the runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Licking County lead the Southern Ohio Copperheads 4-0. First pitch from the new man Perez into Phil Glasser, misses high and outside for a ball. 1-0 Perez on the year. Making his 10th appearance, has a 1-0 record with a .50 ERA in 14 innings pitched, 12 hits, 10 strikeouts, 9 walks. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside to Phil Glasser, 2-0 the count now, as the official line for Michael Osmond, of course, unless Scott Combs comes in the score from first base. Right now, 6 2/3, 3 hits, no runs, none of them earned, of course, 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. Had a very effective outing on the mound. The 2-0 pitch in the Phil Glasser comes in at the knees for a strike. 2-1 will be the count now to Glasser, who on the day is 0 for 1 with a walk. trying to keep this inning alive for the Copperheads as Combs worked a 13-pitch at-bat and drew a walk to get Osmond out of the game with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch into Glasser. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. And now even up the count at 2 with 2 away.
Yeah, Perez with that .5 ERA looks to be a little dangerous out on the mound. A 1.5 or a .152 batting average. Well, he's at the plate, but ERA is looking good.
2-2 into Glasser. Swung on and fouled away over top the netting behind home plate. Glasser will see another 2-2 pitch. But Settlers currently winning 4-0. If they can pull out a victory, they would take over first place in the GLSCL sole possession as they came into the ballgame tied with the Cincinnati Steam. 2-2 pitch misses outside for a ball. It'll be a full count to Phil Glasser, but the Steam's game with the Hamilton Joes got postponed. So the Settlers would take a half-game lead in the division if they were able to pull out the victory.
Yeah, doubleheader tomorrow in Cincinnati. There'll be a game starting at 5:35, and then the second game starting shortly thereafter.
Scott Combs takes off on the full count pitch. Phil Glasser swings on it and fouls it back into the screen to stay alive at 3-2. So the last couple Copperheads this inning been very tough to retire. As now Glasser will get an 8th pitch in this at-bat, followed by Scott Combs' 13-pitch at-bat. Just an at-bat ago, it's how he reached first base on a walk. But he'll be in motion again on the pitch with the full count and 2 away. As Perez, a bit of an interesting windup. He kind of bends down in a squat position, then comes set at the belt as Combs takes off 3-2 pitch and again fouled away by Phil Glasser over top the netting behind home plate. And we'll do it all over again at 3-2 with Scott Combs at the trot all the way back to first base.
Well, these past 2 batters now, Combs sees a lot of pitches, fouls it off, worked that great at-bat against Osmond, and then Glasser's been doing this all season long. Works a full count, fouls a couple off, and really makes any pitcher he sees work hard to try and retire him.
Trying to keep the inning alive. Combs takes off again, 3-2, and this one hit a long way down the left field line, but slicing well foul down towards the Copperheads bullpen. So Glasser not going down easily. We mentioned earlier in the ball game his low strikeout numbers on the season. Just 21 times and over 100 at-bats. As puts the ball in play a lot, especially as of late for the Copperheads. As another full count pitch into Glasser. This one will miss outside for ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks drawn by the Copperheads. As now Carter Cross will look to keep the train rolling with 2 away. The Copperheads look to battle back in this one, trailing 4-0.
Again, great at-bats back-to-back by Scott Combs and Phil Glasser. It might not be a hit, but you got to get on base any way you can. Just try and put a run on the board and see what can happen.
Well, Carter Cross picked up a big 2 RBI hit in his last ball game he played. Now has another opportunity with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. First pitch into Carter Cross, misses well outside for a ball. Ferranti has to reach way out there on the backhand to catch that one. 1-0 the count now to Carter Cross. As Cross on the day is 0 for 2 with a couple of punch outs. Trying to make up for that right here. If he can pick up a big base hit, 1-0 pitch misses up high to him. And Cross will be up on the count 2-0 now. As now it'll be a mound visit from Ferranti trying to calm down Perez, who just ended the ball game.
Well, Copperheads trying to defend their home fields will not go down quietly. Carter Cross, again working a good at-bat, doesn't have to swing, 2 balls. But something's got to click eventually, and if it happens here in the bottom of the 7th, Copperheads late inning heroics.
And even a visit from Luke Setzer, one of the assistant coaches for the Settlers, trying to calm down Perez. As a lengthy visit, he'll be broken up by home plate umpire Anthony Sheets, trying to speed the ball game up. But pitching coach walking back towards the dugout, and Perez will look to settle down a little bit as he walked the first batter he faces. Down 2-0 in the count now to Carter Cross with 2 away, as the runner out on second would be charged to Michael Osmond, the starting pitcher, should Scott Combs come around to score. But all other batters are responsible and will be charged to Justin Perez. 2-0 pitch into Carter Cross. Comes in on the inside corner for a strike. Cross didn't like the call.
Neither did Austin Dunphy,
as he's had a few words for Anthony Sheets throughout the ball game. But 2-1 the count now to Carter Cross. As Perez coming set. He'll kick and deal the 2-1. It's swung on and fouled back into the screen. And after falling behind 2-0, the mound visit, Perez fires in 2 strikes, evens up the count at 2 with 2 away.
A close pitch on the low and inside corner, then a ball down the middle. Cross just got under it, fouled it straight back. He's on it. The timing's there. Just has to barrel it up and go.
So Copperheads trying to capitalize on this opportunity and push across their first run of the game. Try to put a dent into that 4-0 Settlers lead. The 2-2 into Carter Cross is swung on and popped up down the right field line. Heading over is the first baseman, Stephen Kraus, but he will run out of room as the ball carries out of play. So Carter Cross stays alive in the at-bat. Count remains 2-2.
And just good at-bats being worked by Combs, Glasser, and now Carter Cross. They're not chasing the ball as often as they were earlier on in the game. They're settling down. They're seeing the pitches better. And then really making the pitchers for the Steam or the Settlers work.
Perez back up on the rubber. Spinning the ball in his right hand. Now he'll come set at the belt. Carter Cross standing in the right-handed batter's box. Here comes another 2-2 pitch into Cross. Swung on and again fouled away. This one over the first base dugout. So 3 straight Copperheads hitters not going down quietly, as it was 13 pitches seen by Scott Combs. He drew a walk. Then 9 seen by Phil Glasser. He drew another walk. Carter Cross will now see the 7th pitch of this at-bat, as Perez will throw his 17th pitch to just the last 2 guys he's faced. Here comes another 2-2 into Carter Cross. Misses low and outside for a ball. Picked out of the dirt by the catcher Ferranti, and now both runners will be in motion on the full count with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Settlers lead at 4-0.
Really good at-bat by Cross. Down in the count, or had the count tied at 2-2, and has worked it full.
A big pitch here as Perez doesn't want to load the bases. Here comes the full count pitch. Runners take off. Misses low and outside. Ball 4. The bases will be loaded following 3 Copperheads 2-out walks. And now Ty Krittenberger, the tying run, will dig into the plate, trying to keep this inning alive.
Well, for Krittenberger, just follow suit of what your teammates just did. See a lot of pitches. Try and work the walk. Copperheads are 2 outs here, just trying to get 1 run across the board and let the chips fall where they may.
Well, now TJ Wharton has seen enough out of Perez. Back-to-back walks. He's going to pull him out. Second time he's come out to the mound this inning. So it'll be another pitching change for the Licking County Settlers here in this 7th inning, as Copperheads have brought the tying run to the plate here with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. We'll update you on yet another pitching change when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio uptown. Learn more at JackieOs.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. after the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brandt is so much more than you think. Rocky Brandt's at a global...
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, the third pitcher of this inning takes over for the Settlers. They still haven't allowed a run yet, but the tying run, Ty Krittenberger, is at home plate now as the Settlers lead it 4-0 here in the bottom of the seventh inning, 2 away, as the new man on the mound is Ryan Lutz. As in 3 games this year, 0-1 record with an 18 ERA. His first pitch into Krittenberger misses inside for a ball, 1-0. But Lutz has seen limited action this summer, just 2 1/3 innings pitched. 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, a couple of walks. As the bases are loaded with 2 outs, the 1-0 pitch into Krittenberger swung on and fouled back into the screen. He'll even have to count at 1. As first 2 Copperheads of the inning were retired, then Scott Combs, Phil Glasser, and Carter Cross all worked 2-out walks. 1 against the starting pitcher Michael Osmond, and then 2 against Justin Perez. He got a quick hook. And now Ryan Lutz trying to clean up the mess here and hold the Settlers 4-0 lead. The 1-1 pitch into Krittenberger will come in at the knees for a strike, and Krittenberger will be down in the count 1-2 now.
That pitch has been being called all day by Anthony Sheets. Copperheads don't believe it's a strike, but it's being called.
So now a 1-2 pitch coming in from Ryan Lutz to Ty Krittenberger. He'll kick and deal the 1-2. It runs inside and almost hits Krittenberger as he turned his back to it, but just misses him inside. 2-2 the count now to Krittenberger. The Copperheads only have 3 hits in this one. This has been their best chance to score all day. 2-2 pitch gets away from the catcher. Ferranti, coming in to score is Scott Combs. Moving up to second and third are the other runners on the wild pitch. So the Copperheads get 1 back now. It'll be a full count to Ty Krittenberger, 4-1 the score.
And that's a position that you really give yourselves a chance. You work great at-bats against the pitchers, you loaded the bases, and then something like that happens, you capitalize on it.
So now 2 runners in scoring position. First base is open now. And another full count worked by a Copperheads hitter, 4 in a row. 3-2 pitch into Ty Krittenberger. Bounces in to home plate. As that should be ball 4. As Krittenberger now flips the bat and will trot over to first base. And now the lineup will turn over to Zach Iverson with the bases loaded. Iverson has had the best day at the plate for the Copperheads so far. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Good for 2 of their 3 hits. Bases are loaded again, and now the go-ahead run is at the plate here in the bottom of the 7th. The Settlers just haven't been able to throw strikes and get that final out.
It's been a comedy of walks. Osmond walks Combs, then Perez comes in, walks Glasser and Cross, and now Krittenberger walks. It's just been walk after walk. Copperheads don't have a hit, but they've been able to get a run across the board.
Well, this is a big spot here as Zach Iverson, the lefty, takes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0, as that run will be charged to the starting pitcher Michael Osmond, as Scott Combs was the last batter he faced before coming out of the ball game. So now his line is over 6 2/3, 3 hits, a run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch misses outside to Zach Iverson, and he's now up in the count 2-0. As if you're Iverson in this situation, obviously want to see a strike first, but if you get a ball over the middle of the plate, you're going to take a big rip at it. 2-0 pitch into Iverson. Will again miss low for a ball. 3-0 the count now to Zach Iverson with the bases loaded and 2 out. Copperheads trying to continue to crawl back into this one. They now trail by 3 as Zach Iverson at home plate represents the go-ahead run. 3-0 pitch into him, comes over the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 the count now to Iverson.
Well, smart move by Iverson. He's been the hot hitter today. Didn't expect him to get the green light with 3-0 count and bases loaded.
3-1 now into Iverson. Swings through the fastball on the outside part of the plate. And now trying to battle all the way back is Lutz. Full count, 2 away. All 3 runners will be in motion on the full count pitch. But Iverson looking to come through. Copperheads trying to battle back in this one after falling behind 4-0 early. It's 4-1 now. Runners move on the pitch. 3-2 swung on and fouled away by Iverson up and over the press box. And we'll do it again at 3-2.
Give credit where credit's due. Scott Combs started this thing off with 2 outs. Worked a big at-bat, fouled off a lot of pitches, saw a lot of pitches, got the starter out of the game, and really started this whole walk barrage.
Another full count pitch home. Runners taking off. Pitch misses up high and outside. Another walk issued by the Settlers with 2 away here in the inning. As coming in to score is Phil Glasser. It's now 4-2, and the tying run is now in scoring position at second base with 2 away.
Just been unbelievable. Walk after walk. Make it 5. 5 walks in a row to bring the Copperheads' first 2 runs of the game home. It's just mind-boggling. The Licking County Settlers look so good up until this point, and they've just walked the world.
And now it's going to be another pitching change here in this inning as Lutz. Neither of those 2 runs are charged to him, but it was a walk by Michael Osmond, 2 walks by Perez, and 2 walks by Lutz to get to this point in the inning where the 4th man on the mound will take over for the Settlers as it's 4-2. Still bases loaded, bottom 7. We'll update you on the 4th pitcher this inning for the Settlers when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Daniel Cruz is due up here in a big spot. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 4-2 lead for the Licking County Settlers. A tying run is Ty Crittenberger out there on second base. Daniel Cruz was swinging a hot stick coming in this game. So far 0 for 3 in this one. But a chance to make up for all that with a big swing here. As the leading run is on first, tying run on second. Tanner Griggs is a new man on the mound for the Settlers. As the first pitch from him in the Cruz is a fastball swung right through by Daniel Cruz. 0-1 the count. But Griggs is 1-0 on the year with a 1.98 ERA as he'll try to just throw some strikes. It's been 5 straight walks issued by the Settlers to plate a couple of runs and load the bases here in this bottom of the 7th inning after retiring the first 2 batters. 0-1 pitch into Daniel Cruz. The breaking pitch catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. Cruz thought might have been a little bit inside, but Anthony Sheets behind home plate calls it a strike off the battle now down 0-2.
Well, just like the guys before him, see a lot of pitches, foul a couple off. See what you can do.
Cruz out to protect now. 0-2 pitch from Griggs. Breaking ball popped out into left field. It looks like the left fielder will take a couple steps in. It's Hill. He will make the catch. And the threat is finally ended. Here in this bottom of the 7th inning, Copperheads draw closer. They cut the lead in half. It's now 4-2, with just 2 innings to go. We head to the top of the 8th. Settlers 4, Copperheads 2. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ty Krinberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Top of the 8th inning here at Bob Wren Stadium. It's the 4-2 lead for the Settlers. They held a 4-0 lead after 5 innings. Copperheads scored 2 on a couple of bases-loaded walks in the bottom of the 7th. They cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 now. First pitch of the inning from Tanner Glass. Misses up high for a ball, 1-0 to Kaz Sabazic. As Glass has pitched 2 innings in relief, a shutout ball so far, only giving up 1 hit as the 1-0 pitch comes in at the letters for a strike, 1-1. But Glass came in to relief for Micah Craighauser, who pitched 5 innings, giving up 4 runs, 2 of them being earned. 1-1 pitch is swung through by Sabazic for a strike, and Glass up on the count now, 1-2. Sabazic on the day is 2 for 4. He's also scored a run, struck out a couple of times as well. As 1-2 pitch into Sabazic, swung on and lined out towards Phil Glasser. Fields on the backhand. Long throw over to first is not in time. As it was a good effort there by Phil Glasser deep in the hole. But hustling up the first baseline was Sabazic. Will be an infield single. His 3rd hit of the ball game. Leadoff man on to lead off the 8th inning.
Yeah, nice play by Phil Glasser, but for Zion Avery, kind of a short stretch. And Avery just receiving the ball a little bit late. Gets the infield single.
It's a bang-bang play over there at first. But Sabazic able to get there safely. Now will be the 3-hitter, Steven Kraus, who's 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs on the day. As the first pitch into him is a breaking ball. Misses up high, 1-0. But Kraus had an RBI double back in the first inning to score the game's first run. Also had a sac fly RBI as he takes a big rip at the 1-0 fastball, but comes up empty, evens up the count at 1. As that's just a second hit surrendered by Tanner Glass since entering the ball game back in the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch into Kraus, comes over down the heart of the plate for a strike, and Kraus now down in the count, 1-2. But Glass trying to set down Kraus. Doesn't have a strikeout yet through his first 2+ innings. 1-2 pitch misses outside for a ball. Easy take for Kraus. And that'll even up the count at 2.
It'll be big here for Tanner Glass to get a scoreless inning in relief. Copperhead scoring 2, take the momentum into the bottom half of the inning.
2-2 pitch, runner goes, pitch misses up high, throw down to second, gets away from Zach Iverson and out into center field. Sabazic didn't pop up to his feet fast enough to take third, so he will swipe second with nobody out. Should be a full count now to Steven Kraus.
Oh, smart by Iverson. Iverson didn't field the ball clean. The ball went out into center field, but then Iverson acted like he did have the ball and held the tag on Sabazic, so Sabazic had no idea where the ball was. Smart baseball play for Zach Iverson.
Now a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Here comes the full count pitch home into Stephen Krause. Swings at the high fastball and fouls it back into the screen behind home plate. And Krause will see another full count pitch. As Tanner Glass gets a long look in to his catcher Combs. Now gets the sign he likes. He'll come set. Here comes the 7th pitch into Stephen Krause. It comes in at the knees. Strike 3 call. Nice location there for Tanner Glass for his first punch out of this outing. Now 1 away. Runner staying on second base.
Nice location on the full count pitch. Low and inside. Hits the corner. Gets a strikeout. And big out number 1 in the top of the 8th.
So Krause is set down for the first out of the inning. Now Andrew Aang will come up. He's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks so far in this one. Got a chance with a runner in scoring position now. As the first pitch from Glass into the lefty, Aang catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1 the count. As the Settlers looking to extend their lead as they were winning by 4. That's been cut in half. It's now 4-2 here in the top of the 8th. A big insurance run out there on second base to try to shift the momentum back to the Settlers. 0-1 pitch is swung on and hit a long way foul down the right field line. Over top the visiting bullpen and out towards the deflated kid zone now, as I don't know when they decide to take it down out there, but
No, I haven't seen it in recent days, the bouncy house. It could have been up there. Could have been today. I don't know when they deflated it either, but haven't seen it.
So now Glass up in the count, 0-2 to Aang. Pitch misses outside and low, dug out by the catcher Scott Combs for a ball. 1-2 the count now. As I've blown up that bouncy house before, so I
well, not only blown it up, didn't you have to carry the whole thing out there?
Carry it out there, blow it up, take it down, carry it back. So I feel for whoever has that job every day.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch in the Aang, a swung on and pop foul over top the press box and out of play. 1-2. Yeah, I'll take the broadcasting duties rather than blowing up the bounce house any day, I think.
Yeah, it's nice we get chairs in here. Chairs, air conditioned room.
Right.
Best press box.
Nothing heavy to lift.
Right. Although your
backpack can get kind of heavy. Yeah,
that is kind of heavy.
Yeah.
2 computers, soundboard, mixer, and everything. Very, very heavy stuff.
1-2 pitch into Aang, bounces in the turf, blocked by the catcher Combs. Staying at second is Sabazic, evened up the count at 2.
But again, we'll take that over putting a bounce house up.
I can confirm it's heavy. We tried to shove it in the golf cart, but we didn't have it like properly folded, so that didn't work out too well for us.
Just made it worse.
Yeah. There's only a 3-man crew. I think they have way more people doing it every game day as well. 2-2 pitch home is swung on and flied out deep into right field. Heading back is the right fielder Trahey, and he will run out of room. It carries over the wall for a homer. Big swing off the bat of Andrew Aang. He hits it over the wall for his first home run on the season. RBIs 3 and 4 on him, and the Settlers get those 2 runs back. They lead at 6-2.
Right off the bat, you can tell that one was going to be hit far, whether it was over the wall or not. Had to wait to see, but that was a smoked ball over the right field wall.
Kind of a frozen rope out there to right field. Got out in a hurry as Trahey tried to get back on it, but unable to. And now it'll be Sam Wilson due up next. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk so far. First pitch into him is swung on and fouled back into the netting. 0-1 the count. That's a big momentum shifter there as the Copperheads had a lot of it. In that bottom of the 7th, scoring 2, cutting the lead in half. But that home run pushed the lead back out to 4 for the Settlers. 0-1 pitch into Wilson, misses up high for a ball. 1-1. As now the 1-1 pitch in from Tanner Glass. Wilson lined out towards second base, but right at the second baseman, Iverson. He will make the catch in the air. And the second out is recorded here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting for the Settlers.
Yep, good play from Iverson. Alert over at second base.
Darius Diaz.
Gets the line drive out.
So now it looks like a pinch hitter
There's a new batter for the Settlers.
for the Settlers.
Carolina Chapel Hill. Number 27, Casey
As that'll be number 27, Casey Maniglia out of UNC. First pitch into him, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. So Maniglia replaces the DH, Darius Diaz. As Maniglia on the year, batting just 152. First pitch in, or the second pitch into him, misses outside for a ball, evens up the count at 1. But Maniglia hasn't seen action in a game since July 10th, where he went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. The 1-1 pitch bounces into him. He'll take it for a ball. 2-1 the count now. But Maniglia played in that first series between the Copperheads and the Joes as he went 1 for 7 with just one single, 4 strikeouts so far on the season against the Copperheads. As he's up in the count, 2-1 now against Tanner Glass. Here comes the pitch. It will come on the inside corner for a strike. Now a 2-2 count with 2 away in the top of the 8th. Two runs already in for the Settlers this inning. They lead at 6-2 over the Copperheads. The 2-2 pitch in from Tanner Glass misses just a bit high for a ball. That'll run the count full to Maniglia.
Well, this is a big inning for the Licking County Settlers. Copperheads got 2 in the bottom of the 7th. They respond with 2 of their own. Keep it at a 4-run lead.
Full count pitch. Swung through the high fastball, did Maniglia for the strikeout. So Tanner Glass able to retire the side in the 8th inning, out before the Settlers pick up 2 more runs on the home run from Andrew Aang. His first home run on the season. And we head into the bottom of the 8th. Settlers 6, Copperheads 2, right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Fabic will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Copperheads got some work to do, trailing by 4. 6-2 Settlers as Tanner Griggs stays on the mound. He got a big fly out to strand the bases loaded last inning. As he'll face the middle of the Copperheads order, it'll be Fabic, Avery, and Trey. As the first pitch of the breaking ball comes in down the heart of the plate for a strike. 0-1 to Fabic. Fabic 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. Looking to pick up a base hit and perhaps spark a rally like the Copperheads did in the 7th inning where they scored 2 runs. 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball. This one is swung on by Fabic and fouled back into the netting behind home plate. Fabic quickly down in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, Copperheads just like they did the inning before. Hopefully now with less than 2 runs. Just have to string something together like the walk streak they got.
As it was 5 consecutive walks for the Copperheads to plate their runs. As the 0-2 pitch misses high and away to Fabic, 1-2. But it was all started with Scott Combs. He drew a 2-out walk. Then everybody else followed suit. 2 runs came across, but then Daniel Cruz flew out with the bases loaded and 2 away. To retire the side, Copperheads only got 2, stranding the tying run at second as a 1-2 pitch bounces into Fabic. Blocked by the catcher, Ferranti. Would be a 2-2 count now to Fabic to lead off the bottom of the 8th. As Griggs back up on the rubber. He did face the Copperheads earlier on this season. He picked up a win back on the season opener against the Copperheads. Pitched an inning and a third scoreless without even giving up a hit as Fabic pops that one high up into the infield. Coming in is a third baseman, Meyer. He will call it. Almost loses it there in the lights, but able to watch it into the glove, down around his hip, and he makes the catch. Fabic now 0 for 4 on the day, one away in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, for Meyer, just almost lost it like you said. By the time he found it, couldn't make the catch over his head, had to go to a basket catch. Just turn his glove around and make it. Regardless, it's an out.
Well, Zion Avery's also hitless in this ball game, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. As Copperheads only have 3 hits so far, 2 of them coming off the bat of Zach Iverson, a couple of singles, and 1 off the bat of Reese Trahey. It was a double all the way back in the 2nd inning. First pitch from Griggs into Zion Avery, misses low and outside for a ball, 1-0. As the Settlers just 5 outs away now from claiming sole possession of first place in the GLSCL South Division. If this result remains the same, the 1-0 pitch into Avery, misses low and outside again for a ball. Avery now up in the count, 2-0.
I know I've said it before, but it's worth saying again. Licking County last year, 9-33. This year, 21-15, half-game lead in the division and a chance to take first and push their way to a number 1 seed. It's been an unbelievable turnaround.
2-0 pitch to Avery, comes down the heart of the plate for a strike. 2-1 the count now.
Well, with all the turnover in summer baseball, all the leagues, you don't know who's coming back each year. It's hard to have consistent success. And Licking County from the bottom, now they're closing in on the top.
And you can turn around very quickly. That's a 2-1 pitch lined out into right field by Zion Avery. Backing up is the right fielder. Wilson will make the catch in the air. Hard hit from Avery, but right at the right fielder. And 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
But for the Copperheads last year, the only year they won the title, went 31-10 during the regular season. Sitting at 20-15 right now.
Well, Reese Trey, as we just mentioned, has one of the 3 hits for the Copperheads in tonight's ball game, 1 for 3 with a double. Trying to keep this inning alive. As first pitch in from Tanner Griggs is swung on and popped foul over top the press box out of play. Trahey down in the count 0-1. As Griggs is out of Wittenberg University and hasn't allowed a run since back on July 2nd against the Hamilton Joes. He pitched 3 innings, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits. The 0-1 pitch is swung on a line back up the middle, and that will get through on into center field for a base hit. Reese Trey with his 2nd hit of the ball game. And it'll be a 2-out base runner for the Copperheads.
Well, only out of 9 guys in the lineup, 2 of them have hits. Trahey and Iverson. It's been just one of those kind of days for the Copperheads today.
Well, Trey now 2 for 4. Scott Combs, who started the 2-out rally, I guess you'd call it last inning, when it was a walk barrage by the Settlers pitching. Scott Combs had a 13-pitch at-bat, drew a walk, eventually came around to score the Copperheads' first run on a wild pitch. As first pitch into him was a breaking pitch, misses outside and low for a ball, 1-0. Other than the walk, Combs is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs in tonight's game. As Griggs coming set, now working out of the stretch. The 1-0 pitch is swung through by Scott Combs. Evens up the count at 1. As the 1-1 pitch is coming from Griggs in the Scott Combs. Breaking pitch comes right down the middle for a strike. Combs at the battle now, down in the count 1-2 with 2 away, bottom 8. Settlers lead the Copperheads 6-2. As Strahe leads off first, not a big lead. After picking up the 2-out single. Tanner Griggs comes set. The 1-2 into Scott Combs. Runners takes off. They'll ball be softly lined up the middle into center field for a base hit. Heading towards third base is Reese Strahe, and that's where he'll stop. Scott Combs picks up a knock. His first of the ball game. Couple of Michigan State Spartans now on the corners with 2 outs. Trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Copperheads.
Oh, it's just something with 2 outs that gets the Copperheads going. The single by Trey, and now Combs follows suit. It was almost trouble with Fromwiller covering second base on the stolen base attempt by Trey. He jumped and just almost made the catch, but Combs had enough, got it over the glove and into center field.
Well, Phil Glasser's 0 for 1, has drawn 2 walks in the ball game so far and scored a run. Trying to get his first hit of the ball game. First pitch into him, misses low for a ball, 1-0. But now all 3 Michigan State Spartans have hits for the Copperheads in this ball game, and they're the only 3 that have hits. As the 1-0 pitch comes into Phil Glasser, will catch the outside corner for a strike, evens up the count at 1. As Glasser looking to pick up a big base hit and keep this inning alive for the Copperheads. They trail it by 4 currently. The tying run is in the on-deck circle. 1-1 pitch into Glasser. He checks his swing, appeal down to Bryce McCullough, ruled no swing as the pitch misses low and inside for a ball. Glasser now up in the count 2-1.
Yep, again, Glasser. He worked a nice at-bat his last time up, worked the walk, came around to score. Would expect nothing less from him in this at-bat.
Well, Griggs still working out of the stretch. Coming set 2-1 in the Glasser's a breaking ball. Breaks too far inside to the Copperheads left-handed hitting shortstop. He'll be up in the count now 3-1.
Base hit or ball 4, anything will work.
Runners on the corners, 2 away. 6-2 Settlers lead. Here comes the 3-1 pitch into Glasser. Will catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. And the count will run full to Glasser. Runner on first base, Scott Combs, will be in motion on the pitch. As Glasser trying to come up big like he did last game. He had a walk-off single against the Xenia Scouts all the way back on Sunday before the All-Star break. They give the Copperheads a 6-5 victory. Full count pitch into him. Runs inside, ball 4. Glasser works his 3rd walk on the night. And now the Copperheads will bring the tying run to the plate. It looks like a pinch hitter, Jared Hurd, will be due up next.
Well, Hurd has been one of the more dangerous batters in the Copperheads lineup as of late. And Hurd is not going anywhere near the plate right now because looks like he'll be either a pitching change or there'll be a pinch hitter. Hurd has not been announced in. We'll see what happens first.
Well, no one's warming up in the pen for the Settlers. That's one of the assistant coaches out there talking to Griggs, trying to settle him down. As we mentioned, hasn't allowed a run since July 3rd, but playing with fire here. As Jared Hurd looks like he will be announced as the pinch hitter. Coming into this at-bat, batting an even 300 on the year. 21 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 22 RBIs. Good for 2nd on the team. As the mound visit is broken up, and it's officially announced Jared Hurd will be tasked with trying to keep this inning alive as he is the tying run at home plate. It's a 6-2 Settlers lead with the bases loaded and 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, not a bigger moment in this game. It's been back-to-back innings now with Copperheads. A lot of opportunities to score runs. They were able to punch through for 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Have yet to score here in the bottom of the 8th.
As Jared Hurd, a lefty, facing the right-handed pitching Tanner Griggs. Just mentioned an even 300 on the year, but up in a big spot in this bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch into him from Griggs is a called strike at the knees. 0-1 to Jared Hurd. Hurd on the season with the bases loaded. Is batting .250 in 4 at-bats, has 7 RBIs. trying to add on to that. As now an 0-1 pitch into Jared Hurt. Breaking ball lined out into right field. It will get over the jumping first baseman Krause and all the way into the corner. One run is in. Here comes a second run. Scott Combs being held up at third is Phil Glasser. But coming in and doing a job is Jared Hurd. Second pitch he sees, he lines out into right field for a single, and it's now 6-4 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Copperheads like to score runs with 2 outs. It's just been the MO all season long. And for the Copperheads, this game gets a little bit closer.
As you mentioned, now it looks like Tanner Griggs has come to the end of his outing, as that is the first run Griggs has surrendered in a while. It's been since July 2nd that he's allowed a run in relief. But it'll be another pitching change here as Copperheads have 2 more runners out there. They trail 6-4 here in the bottom of the 8th, looking to battle back against the Licking County Settlers right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ty Krinberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Well, a big at-bat coming up for Ty Krinberger as he faces the 5th pitcher on the day for the Licking County Settlers, Dawson Sims, as he inherits a 2-out, runners on first and third situation. 6-4. Settlers lead the Copperheads. First pitch from Sims misses low and outside to Krinberger. Taken for a ball, 1-0. That's Copperheads. Again, a 2-out rally as Fabic and Avery were retired to start off the inning, then back-to-back singles from Reese Trey and Scott Combs. A walk from Phil Glasser. 0-1 pitch misses outside for a ball, 2-0. And then Jared Hurd pinch hits and ropes one out in the right field for a 2 RBI single to cut the lead down to 6-4. As Hurd is the tying run over there on first base. 2-0 count to Krinberger, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, swung on a chopped foul down towards the third base coaching box. 2-1 will be the count now to Krinberger. But Dawson Sims on the season, a 2-2 record with a 2.41 ERA. Pitch against the Copperheads back on June 5th. Went 2 2/3, got the loss, giving up 1 run. As the 2-1 pitch is chased outside by Ty Krinberger. Count will be even at 2.
Well, what a situation here for Ty Krittenberger if he can just get a ball 4 or a hit. Keep this thing going.
Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Hurd takes off at first base, and Krittenberger chases the pitch outside, strike 3. So the Copperheads once again played 2 runs, but unable to draw even with the Settlers as we head into the final frame. It is a 6-4 Settlers lead over the Copperheads. Should be an exciting finish right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot. our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Follow Green Morning.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Top of the ninth inning here at Bob Wren Stadium. 6-4 lead for the Licking County Settlers. They jumped out to an early 4-0 lead. Copperheads finally cracked the scoreboard in the bottom of the seventh, scoring 2. But then answered by the Settlers in the top of the eighth, scoring 2, pushing the lead out to 6-2. Copperheads scored 2 more in the bottom of the eighth to make it 6-4. First pitch into Evan Fromwiller, misses low and outside for a ball. 1-0. Fromwiller on the day, 2 for 4. Had a big home run back in the fifth inning as the 1-0 pitch bounces into the catcher Combs. Taken by Fromwiller for a ball, 2-0. As a 2-0 pitch from Tanner Glass misses outside for a ball, 3-0 the count now as Glass has pitched 3 innings in relief so far, going for his 4th. Has allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned a couple of strikeouts. 3-0 pitch to Fromwiller, comes in at the knees for a strike. 3-1 the count now as Glass will try to battle all the way back.
Just take it strike by strike, pitch by pitch. Trying to get through this inning scoreless.
3-1 pitch misses high and outside for a ball. Leadoff walk there for Tanner Glass as Fromwiller trots down to first base. First walk issued by Tanner Glass on his outing. Leadoff man on.
Well, the only thing that could set up is a double play if he gets Meyer to roll into one. Meyer's got a lot of speed, but double play possibility.
Well, Nate Meyer now due up, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. First pitch into him, he swings and chops it foul into the third base dugout. And he'll be down in the count 0-1. As Meyer just mentioned, 2 for 3, couple singles and a walk. He's come around to score 1 time. It's been a back and forth affair between these teams ever since the Copperheads cracked the scoreboard as the 0-1 pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-1. Settlers with a victory would take sole possession of first place in the GLSCL South Division. If the Copperheads win, they would be tied with the Cincinnati Steam for first place as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and popped foul over top the netting behind home plate. And a 1-2 count now to Nate Meyer.
Yeah, just a big series for the Copperheads. Important series. You need to be top 2 in the South Division. Really one chance here to have everything in your control.
1-2 to Meyer. He sticks the bat out and fouls it away over towards the first base dugout to stay alive. Count remains 1-2.
Because upcoming after this series, the last series of the season, will be the Richmond Jazz, and the Jazz, sitting at 12-23 right now. A 3-game losing streak.
So they've been eliminated from playoff contention. As now the 1-2 pitch swung on and again, grounded foul up towards the third base dugout, bounces off the wall and rolls out into shallow left field. So it'll be another 1-2 pitch for Nate Meyer.
Well, this series will make or break them. Because after this, got to depend on other people.
The 1-2 into Nate Meyer is again swung on and popped foul over the first base dugout. As Meyer, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, son of former Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer, who, of course, stepped down after this season. But the Buckeyes brought home another Big Ten championship to Columbus. 1-2 pitch, check swing from Meyer. Ruled not a swing, taken in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Combs, evens up the count at 2. As a runner on first after the leadoff walk, nobody out here in the top of the ninth. 6-4 score, 2-2 pitch again swung on and fouled away by Nate Meyer. And the count remains at 2-2.
Just what the Copperheads were doing to Licking County's pitching. Licking County is taking a page out of their book and putting in this at-bat. Meyer just fouling the ball off, seeing a lot of pitches, making Glass work on the mound.
Glass coming set. Another 2-2 pitch into Meyer, swung on and laced out into right field. Now we'll get down in front of the right fielder Trahey for a base hit, rounding second and heading for third is Evan Fromwiller. He will get in there safely, but now a run down between first and second, as now Avery tries to throw the ball over to third to get Fromwiller, who was in between third and home, but everybody's safe. Moving up to second is Nate Meyer, and now they'll be 2 in scoring position with nobody out.
And it is not the worst thing in the world. They were at least going to deal with runners at the corners. When you're getting in a rundown situation like that, you want to make sure the lead runner does not come around to score since he's on third. It's an unfortunate play. They didn't get an out, but the run did not come in to score. Still have a chance here.
And now Coach Dunphy walking out to the mound. Don't know if this is it for Tanner Glass or not. As has not signaled to the bullpen and hasn't taken the ball from Glass yet, so it looks like he might be left in, as there is some action going on in the Copperheads bullpen. A right-handed pitcher is warming up. Perhaps just buying him some time out there in the pen with this visit.
And for the Copperheads, only 2 coaches. Michael Blatchford deals with the hitting, and Austin Dunphy, manager and pitching coach.
Coach Dunphy, quite a successful pitcher back in his day at Shawnee State, his alma mater, holding several pitching records for career. Also pitched the summer in Southern Ohio in Athens with the Copperheads, where I believe it was a .5 ERA, or just below. It could have,
I believe,
.48 maybe.
.48.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
Well, obviously, knows what he's talking about when it comes to pitching. But the mound visit is over. And there'll be runners on second and third with nobody out here in the top of the ninth for Phil Ferranti, the 9-hole hitter, as the infield is drawn in, trying to keep any more runs from scoring. It's a 6-4 Settlers lead. First pitch from Tanner Glass into Ferranti. Misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As a long look in from Tanner Glass to the catcher Combs. Now he comes set. The 1-0 pitch lashed out in the left field. Now a fall in front of the left fielder, Jared Hurd, in for a single. 1 run coming in to score is Fromwiller. Staying at second base is Nate Meyer. He was frozen on the line drive, but an RBI single for Ferranti. First RBI in the ball game for him. And now runners at first and second with nobody out. 7-4 lead for the Settlers.
That was a close play. Jared Hurd might have been able to make a dive and try to catch it. Played it smart, let the ball come to him, kept the ball in front of him, but a run does come in to score.
Lineup turns over to Turner Hill. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Hill, the only player in the starting lineup for the Settlers tonight without a base hit, as Casey Maniglia pinched hit for Diaz and didn't pick up a hit, but Diaz did have a hit earlier in the game. The 1-0 pitch misses low for a ball, 2-0 now. As Turner Hill is 0 for 5 with a couple of strikeouts. He came in leading the team in batting average, but the Copperheads have been able to keep him at bay. 2-0 pitch misses high and outside for a ball, and you got to think Tanner Glass is reaching the end of his road now. A 3-0 count with nobody out here in the top of the ninth. As Glass deals a 3-0 to Turner Hill. He'll catch at the letters for a strike. 3-1 the count now. As Glass is now At 69 pitches, he grounds that one towards second. It hits off the glove of Zach Iverson and goes into shallow right field, being held up at third base is Nate Turner. As that was a tough play for Iverson. He was shaded up the middle. Had to go to his left. It hits off his glove. Looks like it will be scored in error. But the bases will be loaded with nobody out. And now Coach Dunphy will come out to pull Tanner Glass from the ballgame.
Yeah, just a rough, should have been a ground out to second base, but ball misplayed by Iverson. Gets past him, loads the bases. It's just been a rough top of the ninth for Tanner Glass.
Well, that will end his day as he leaves the bases loaded and nobody out. For the next pitcher coming in for the Copperheads out of the bullpen. It's a 7-4 lead for the Settlers, threatening to add on some more. As we'll update you on the new pitcher for the Copperheads when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, we mentioned it a lot lately. Pitchers for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, especially in that bullpen. And here's another new one making his first appearance of the team. Levi Jones out of Shawnee State University, a 6'3", 215-pound right-handed pitcher out of Millersburg, Ohio. Inherits, well, probably the toughest situation for a bullpen pitcher. Bases loaded, nobody out. The first pitch he throws in the Kaz Sabazic. Misses up high for a ball, 1-0. Yes, it's a 7-4 lead for the Licking County Settlers, threatening to blow this one open here in the top of the ninth. But Levi Jones will try to come in and throw strikes, limit the damage done. 1-0 pitch to Sabazic. Comes in on the inside corner for a strike, evens up the count at 1. Sabazic has 3 hits and 5 at-bats in the ballgame. Scored a couple of runs as well. Infield drawn in for the Copperheads, trying to keep any more runs from coming in to score. As the 1-1 pitch from Jones into Sabazic, grounded towards Zion Avery at first base. He'll try to throw it home for the force out, and he gets it there in time to get Nate Meyer at home plate. Heads up play there from Zion Avery as he backhands it. Strong throw home. 1 out now. Bases remain loaded.
Yeah, really good play from Zion. Smart baseball knowledge. He looked to second base, but decided to go home, save the run from coming in to score.
So now it'll be Steven Krause, the 3-hitter, who's 1 for 4 on the day with a couple of RBIs. As coming up in a bases-loaded situation now. So Jones gets the job done to the first batter he faces, has a couple more to go, still just one out in the inning. As the first pitch into Krause from Jones, rides way high. Almost sails over the glove of catcher Scott Combs. He's the pop up out of the crotch to stop it. 1-0 the count now as Krause, with the bases loaded this season, batting .250 with 5 RBIs. As Jones, a long pause, now the 1-0 home. Swing and a miss from Krause, evens up the count at 1.
Well, update around the league. Xenia Scouts walked it off against the Richmond Jazz. 7-6 the final. So after losing by walk-off fashion, they get a walk-off of their own.
And not completely out of it are the Xenia Scouts. They need some help from other ball clubs.
Copperheads being one of them.
Here comes a 1-1 pitch into Stephen Krause. He'll miss just inside for a ball. As Jones now falls behind in the count, 2-1. As bases still loaded with 1 out here. 7-4 lead for the Licking County Settlers as they have 15 hits on the board and no errors. 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Copperheads. Here comes a 2-1 pitch in from Jones. It rides high for a ball, and now risking walking a batter with the bases loaded. 3-1 count here to Stephen Krause.
Well, Jones just have to find that release point. It was a good breaking ball, just left it high.
Well, no place to put him. 3-1 pitch with the bases loaded, 1 away. As Jones comes set at the belt out of the stretch. 3-1 pitch to Krause, swung on him, fisted towards the right field foul line. It will hook just foul as the count will run full as he ran that one in on the hands of Krause. Avery tried to make a play on it, but just too far past him.
Yeah, just lucky drop for Jones. Inside out ball. Drops down foul territory. Could have been trouble.
So it'll be a full count pitch now to Stephen Krause. Trying to pick up a big base hit and blow this one open for the Settlers. Try to make it a relatively easy bottom of the 9th. Full count pitch, runs high, ball 4. As coming in to score is the runner from third base. So it'll now be an 8-4 lead for the Settlers. And the bases will remain loaded with 1 out.
Well, a good thing that the Licking County Settlers have done in today's ball game. Whenever the Copperheads score, Licking County responds almost immediately. Copperheads score 2, Licking County scores another 2. Just been that kind of game.
Well, now it'll be Andrew Aang, who's 2 for 3 on the day, launched a 2-run homer in his last at-bat for his first home run on the season. As now coming up with the bases loaded as the infield moves back for the Copperheads as first pitch to Aang runs high for a ball, 1-0. As we just mentioned, Levi Jones, one of the newcomers for the Copperheads this summer, as they've taken a lot of pitchers over these past couple ball games, trying to replenish the pitching rotation that has lost a lot over the summer. 1-0 pitch into Aang, misses low for a ball, 2-0.
Yeah, it hurt that Mandela had to leave. Worsing, Hansen, all those guys either had to leave with injury or would leave with inning limits reached. Put the Copperheads in a predicament.
2-0 pitch into Aang, misses up high for a ball, 3-0, and now Jones risking walking back-to-back batters here with the bases loaded as the Settlers trying to push the lead out even further with 1 away here, up 8-4 on the Copperheads. Here comes a 3-0 pitch from Jones. It'll miss high and outside for a ball. 4-pitch walk, back-to-back walks for Levi Jones out of the pen. Plates another run. It's now 9-4 here in the top of the 9th.
Well, Franti comes in to score, and Dunphy's seen enough.
So Jones will only face 3 batters before getting pulled out. He retired the first one, but then walked the next two. 2 runs coming to score, both of them credited to Tanner Glass. As will be another pitching change here at Bob Wrenn Stadium in this 9th inning. It's 9-4 with 1 out and the bases loaded. New man on the mound when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Colin Sells will take the mound here to try to get the Copperheads through this 9th inning, as it was 6-4 coming into the inning, but the Settlers have plated 3 runs to push the lead out to 5. It's 9-4. Bases still loaded with 1 out. As I haven't seen Sells on the mound in a while. Last outing was July 7th. His first pitch is swung on and fouled a long way down the right field line and out of play. 0-1 the count. As last time we saw him was against the Cincinnati Steam when he went 2 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, all of them earned 5 hits in a Copperheads 10-4 victory. As Sells out of the windup with the bases loaded. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It will miss just outside for a ball, even up the count at 1. As up at the plate is Sam Wilson. Wilson has gone 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk so far in this game, with a chance to add on a couple more if he can pick up a base hit. The 1-1 pitch into Wilson misses high and outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now. As the Copperheads looking to avoid a 3rd straight walk with the bases loaded, as Levi Jones came in, faced 3 batters, retired the first one on a fielder's choice. But then back-to-back walks, scoring 2 runs. Sells looking to avoid the same. Here comes a 2-1 pitch into Sam Wilson. He swings right through the fastball for a strike, evens up the count at 2.
And Sells has a lot of life on that fastball, averaging around 92 miles per hour, the hardest thrower on the Copperheads bullpen. He's had some location issues.
The 2-2 pitch from Sells into Wilson is swung on and fouled back into the screen by Wilson. Count will remain 2-2.
Sells has been good. Just when he finds a strike zone, he can get outs.
As you mentioned, walks could be the problem for him. He does have 15 and 16 2/3 so far this summer, but 21 strikeouts as well. So when he's on, he can retire a lot of guys via the punch-out. 2-2 pitch into Sam Wilson. Misses low for a ball. They'll run the count full with 1 out here in the 9th inning. Bases still loaded. As Sells back up on the left side of the rubber. 3-2 pitch into Sam Wilson is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Colin Sells retires the first batter he faces via the punch-out. Now 2 away here in this top of the 9th inning. Sells trying to leave the bases loaded.
An encouraging sign right there from Sells. Gets a punch-out, 3-2. Adds up to a strikeout total.
So now it'll be Casey Maniglia with the task of trying to keep this inning alive. He was a pinch hitter for Darius Diaz earlier in the ball game. He struck out in his only plate appearance. First pitch into him comes in at the letters for his strike. 0-1 the count. But the Copperheads trying to just get through this ninth inning and perhaps spark a big rally in the bottom of the ninth to try to come away with the victory, as the 0-1 pitch catches again at the letters on the outside part of the plate. And Maniglia quickly down in the count. 0-2 to Colin Sells. Sells working fast, winds up the 0-2 breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Nasty pitch there from Sells as he catches the outside or the inside corner on the slider for strike 3. Sells comes in and punches out back-to-back with the bases loaded to hold the lead of 5. Copperheads have 3 more outs to work with right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. She is celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Iverson will lead off this bottom of the ninth inning as the top of the order is due up for the Copperheads. Trying to spark a rally and come back here in this bottom of the ninth. They trail by 5 to Licking County Settlers as Dawson Sims stays out on the mound as he came in last inning with runners on first and third and 2 outs and picked up a big strikeout at Ty Crittenberger to get the Settlers out of the jam. As the first pitch into Iverson is swung on and fouled away over the press box. 0-1 the count. As Iverson does have a couple of base hits in this one, has also walked and has an RBI. As the 0-1 pitch into Zach Iverson, swung on and lined out into left center field. Heading over is the left fielder Hill, and he will make the catch on the run. Calling off the center fielder Aang, and leadoff man is retired in the bottom of the ninth.
Hard contact by Zach Iverson, gets under one and flies it out into left center field. Iverson's been pretty good all day long. We'll sit with a 2-for-4 day.
As now Daniel Cruz due up next. Iverson just retired. But Daniel Cruz digs in with an 0-for-4 day so far with a strikeout. First pitch into him, a swung on and grounded foul towards the third base dugout. Cruz down in the count, 0-1. As Cruz had a big opportunity back in the 7th, had the bases loaded. 2 away. Copperheads were only trailing 4-2, but he flew out to left field. As the 0-1 pitch to Cruz, the breaking pitch runs inside to him. And he'll bend out of the way of it, evens up the count at 1. As coming set is Dawson Sims, working out of the stretch. 1-1 pitch to Cruz, swung on, and way out in front of it is Cruz. He grounds it foul down towards the third base dugout. Now down in the count, 1-2 is Daniel Cruz.
Player operations guy Paul King had to jump out of there, avoid the foul ball.
Well, as we mentioned all season long, there's no protective bar or netting or anything down in front of the dugout here at Bob Wrenn Stadium. 1-2 pitch into Daniel Cruz. Is swung on and again, grounded foul. And that will get out into left field in foul territory. Cruz staying alive, 1-2. As the Copperheads risking falling to 1-3, the Licking County Settlers with a loss tonight as they drop 2 of 3 to the Settlers back in the opening series of the year as Cruz chases the 1-2 breaking pitch outside for a strike. For a strikeout, he goes down swinging, and now the 2 away in the bottom of the 9th for Sebastian Fabic.
Well, just a tough pitch for Cruz to try and chase out of the zone and get. It's a hard ball outside. Have to have a longer bat to reach that one.
Well, Fabic, who's 0 for 4 on the day, will try to keep this ball game alive. Swings at the first pitch, drops it towards the shortstop, Sabazic. He fields it on the run. Throw on the first, gets away from the first baseman, Kraus. And now heading towards second base is Sebastian Fabic, the catcher Ferranti. Tried to pick it up to throw him out, but unable to. So Fabic will reach on the error to keep the ball game alive. Now a runner in scoring position with 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Fabic always hustling, goes down the line. Just another way that the Copperheads get on base with 2 outs.
Well, Zion Avery trying to break his 0 for. He's 0 for 4. But has a chance to pick up an RBI with Sebastian Fabic standing out there on second base now after reaching on the error on the throw from Sabazic. First pitch into Zion Avery, misses outside and low for a ball, 1-0. As for Avery, the average is now dipped down to 231. But the Settlers just an out away from claiming sole possession of first place in the GLSCL South Division as Zion swings at that pitch and fouls it out of play down the right field line. 1-1 the count as the Hamilton Joes and Cincinnati Steam game was canceled tonight. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow, but the Settlers were tied for first with the Steam coming into this ball game, so if they win, they would take a half-game lead in the South Division. As a 1-1 pitch into Zion Avery will miss just a bit low for a ball. 2-1 the count now.
And with the extreme heat that is projected for tomorrow, that's going to be a hot one to start at 5:35 in Cincinnati.
As we just got word here, tomorrow's start time for the Copperheads has been pushed back to 8:05 due to the heat wave that's rolling through as the 2-1 pitch taken by Zion low and inside for a ball. 3-1, as I heard, could feel as hot as 107 tomorrow. And, of course, with the turf field, that could get even hotter for the players and everybody sitting in the stands. 3-1 pitch, Zion Avery comes inside. He ducks out of the way of it, and he'll draw the walk. So the Copperheads, as they've been doing these past couple innings, getting runners on with 2 outs. Fabic reaches on the error. Avery walks. Now runners on first and second and 2 outs for Reese Strahe.
I don't know what it is with 2 outs with the Copperheads. They battle with 2 outs. They get their walks, they get some hits, and I believe they've scored all 4 of their runs with 2 outs.
Yeah, I believe you are correct, my friend. First pitch into Reese Strahe comes inside for a ball, 1-0. Strahe 2 for 4 with a single and a double, halfway completed the cycle so far. Average up at 3.06, trying to keep this ball game alive. The 1-0 pitch misses outside to him for a ball. 2-0 now to Strahe. As now a mound visit coming in from the catcher, Ferranti, trying to settle down Dawson Sims, who very easily retired the first 3 batters he faced in this outing. But after the error, allowing Fabic to reach safely, he's been struggling to hit the strike zone. That's the 2-0 count now to Reese Strahe. Sims kicks and deals. That one will catch the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count now. As it's the 2-1 count to Reese Strahe. 2 runners on, 2 away. 9-4 Settlers lead as Strahe swings through the 2-1 fastball for a strike, and that'll even up the count at 2. Copperheads now down to their final strike in this one.
Copperheads have been trying to battle within the last 3 innings. Just scoring runs, trying to stay alive in the ball game. Bullpen kind of fell apart at the end as well, giving up 5 runs.
The 2-2 pitch into Trey is swung on and chopped slowly towards first base. Kraus will not be able to field it on a hop, and Trey will reach first base safely. So not the hardest hit of balls there by Reese Trahey. Would have been a tough play for the first baseman Kraus. It will be given an error, as now the bases are loaded, and just like that, the tying run is in the on-deck circle. If Scott Combs is able to reach base safely here, bases loaded now with 2 away.
Well, for Reese Trahey, did not hit that ball hard at all. It was a slow roller, a bouncer over towards first. Kraus just didn't bend down enough to glove the ball correctly and tipped off the edge of the glove. Just didn't get it.
First pitch into Scott Combs crosses the zone for a strike, 0-1. Combs is 1 for 3 on the day, had a single his last time up, has also come around to score twice. 0-1 pitch into Combs, swung and lined out into right field, and coming in to score will be Sebastian Fabic, now being sent in as Zion Avery. That's bobbled by the right fielder. 2 runs coming to score as the Copperheads continue to rally with 2 outs. A 2 RBI single for Scott Combs. RBIs 12 and 13 for him on the year. And just like that, the tying run is at the plate.
Well, good piece of hitting by Scott Combs. He did not go for the home run. Just a little slap hitting to the opposite side. Perfect situation for Combs to do it. A big hole on the right side of the field. Gets the 2 runs in, gets this ball game closer yet again.
Well, that will be the end of Dawson Sims' day, as Settlers really blown through the bullpen through the back part of this ball game. It's now 9-6. Tying run at the plate, Phil Glasser. When we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. She is celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, it's another big spot for Phil Glasser coming off his walk-off single last time up. He represents a tying run. It's a 9-6 score here in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's Alex Sparks the second. His first pitch into Glasser comes in over the outside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. But Connor, something about 2 outs this afternoon for the Copperheads as they've scored all 6 runs with 2 outs. 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th as the 0-1 pitch in the Glasser misses up high for a ball, 1-1.
Well, with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, Copperheads had 67 RBIs. They can tack on 6 more to that. They get 73.
1-1 pitch from Sparks. Swung on and a flare out into center field. Coming in the center fielder, and he will make the catch on the run to retire the side. Aang hauls it in. And the Settlers are able to escape with a Game 1 victory over the Copperheads 9-6, and they will take over at first place, sole possession, advancing to 22-15 on the year. Copperheads fall to 20-16 with the loss.
Yeah, Copperheads, it was just a hard game right from the get-go. The starter, Michael Osman, just dominated them through 6 innings, 3, 4, 5, and 6, just really nothing going. And then Copperheads getting to the bullpen of Licking County, and they really got through it. 6 pitchers used by Licking County today. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of the series fold up. It's going to get real interesting down the stretch for Southern Ohio.
Well, Michael Osmond got the win. He went 6 2/3, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. On the hook for the loss in his first start with the team is Micah Krieghauser, pitching 5 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And coming in and picking up the save is Chris Sparks II as he gets 1 out to strand 2 runners on and retire the potential tying run in the 9th inning. It's a 9-6 loss for the Copperheads in Game 1 of 3 with the Licking County Settlers. For Connor Mills, I'm Joey Medor signing off. We'll see you in the postgame show.
Welcome back into the Southern Ohio Copperheads postgame show, joined as always by the manager, Austin Dunphy. And Coach, this game, once you guys got into the bullpen, this game got a lot closer. Things started to shift your way, but Licking County kind of answered back every single time that you guys scored. How tough is that going through the game when Licking County has answers for every single time that you come across the plate?
Yeah, it's tough. It's one of those hindsight's always 20/20 kind of thing. Tanner Glass came in relief, did an excellent job for a long time. Ended up throwing a lot of pitches, so he started to get tired there towards the end. And one of their guys put one good swing on a ball and hit the ball out of right field and scored 2 runs, which extended their lead a little bit late. And then experimenting with Levi Jones, haven't seen him in a live game scenario. I knew his fastball was pretty electric, but other than that, just wanted to see what type of guy he was and what he was made of. And I think he's still adjusting to this type of environment. But had I known we were going to score 2 each inning to close this thing out, we probably would have gone about some things a little bit differently. But again, you don't know that until it's over. But the good thing about this is we have them 2 more games. So we're still sitting good. We have Braxton Kelly coming tomorrow, and then Jack Bennett the day after that. So looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, only a game and a half back on Licking County right now. Licking County at 22-15 on the season. Sole possession of the GLSCL South Division as the Hamilton Joes and the Cincinnati Steam were rained out, canceled, whatever happened over in Cincinnati today. But just talking about the offense here, it seems like with 2 outs, something always starts going. Is that something that, never ends, never give up mentality, or it's just funny how all 6 runs in this game has come with 2 outs?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's happened a lot this season. We've scored, I think, 8 runs in the first inning of a game with 2 outs early on in the season. I've said it about this team, feels like 1,000 times. They're a bunch of fighters in our dugout. It's never over. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says, where we are in the league. Those guys have been fighting and clawing their way to the top each and every inning, every game, all summer long. So the fact that there are 2 outs in an inning doesn't faze those guys. They still take it 1 at bat at a time. Still try and go through the process of getting a guy on. With 2 outs, the whole idea is to get the guy behind you to the plate. And if you do that enough times in a row, you're bound to score some runs. So the fact that we did it 3 innings in a row was awesome. And one of those innings, we had 0 hits, scored 2 runs.
Bottom of the 7th inning. And, Scott Combs, the Dandyman player of the game, how big was that at bat, just to get things going?
Man, that
he fouled off. It seemed like a million pitches.
Yeah. Had he not even succeeded in that at bat, just making their guy throw that many pitches is already a win on our side further on down the road. So anytime you can extend an at bat the way he did it's huge. So it makes that guy work. So the next guy coming to the plate has a little bit of an edge because Scott Combs just wore that guy out for him. But man, we're very lucky to have Scott Combs in our dugout. He was here last year, one of the returning guys we had from the championship team last year, and he's been a leader in our dugout and a great kid along with that. So I feel like I say that about each and every one of our guys, and I genuinely mean that. He's an awesome kid and a really good ball player, and we're very fortunate to have him as a player and a leader of this team.
As always, Coach, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
8:05 start time tomorrow. Joe Medor will be back after this. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Back inside Bob Wren Stadium, it's the Licking County Settlers 9, Southern Ohio Copperheads 6. Joe Medor joins us back again in the post-game show. Dan Nibman, player of the game, Scott Combs. Combs with 2 RBIs on the day, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs and a walk. And just talking with Austin Dunphy, the walk in the bottom of the 7th inning really got things going. He's been one of the clubhouse leaders all season long.
Well, you expect that of a guy who's been here for a couple summers now, He also has a very, those catchers, they kind of have a team captain kind of presence to him usually, and that's kind of what he does. He commands the game on defense and had another great day at the plate, Started off 0 for 2, but worked that awesome walk, 13 pitches, then picked up 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats. The last one keeping the game alive with a couple of RBIs, making it interesting there. You can't really ask much more in a game that kind of got away from the Copperheads early, but they kept battling back, trying to make it interesting. All you can really do is come back and, try to get them tomorrow. The good thing is you went deep into the bullpen tonight, so, maybe that can limit them throughout the rest of the series, as I believe 6 pitchers ended up coming to the mound for the Settlers in the ball game tonight.
Yep.
So, it's a tough loss to take. You're a game and a half back, but, hey, you still come back and you'll win these next 2. You're going to find yourself in a playoff spot. So, not all is lost. So, with that, we're going to wrap up the broadcast. For Connor Mills and Coach Austin Dunphy, I'm Joey Medor. Also, quick announcement, game tomorrow is at 8:05, not 7:05. So as you know, we will come on live at 7:50. And the game preview will start at 7:55 for tomorrow's Game 2 between the Settlers and the Cheds. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Joey Medor signing off this broadcast.